Chapter 1254. Borrowing spirit to become immortal. The red-clothed woman saw that Qin Yun is vigilant against her, and said with light smile, "I was truly sent by Sister Shuru. I'm just a maidservant by her side. You can call me Little Phoenix." Little Phoenix's smile is very sweet. Her pair of big watery eyes, her fair face is filled with pure and innocent smile. Coupled with her long braids, she looks like a very innocent little girl. But Qin Yun is still very vigilant. He did not let Little Phoenix enter. "Thank you for Shueru's good intention. Tell her that I am waiting for someone and can protect myself. She doesn't need to worry too much about me," Qin Yun said with polite smile. Although he doesn't know whether Little Phoenix is good or bad, at least he is very polite. Little Phoenix nodded and said again, "Sister Shuru said that you're only a half immortal. She is very worried about you, so she sent me to escort you." "Oh, that's right. There was a square-faced man who came to escort me. Why are you all coming here one after another?" Qin Yun said with frown. "Ah, someone came here just now? A square-faced man?" Little Phoenix took out her devil mirror. Her devil mirror is covered with a layer of red shell. It looks very beautiful. Qin Yun looked at Little Phoenix's devil mirror and saw the image of the square-faced man. "Is it this person?" Little Phoenix asked. "It's him." Qin Yun nodded. "He came to find you?" Little Phoenix said with frown, "If Sister Shrew sent him, there was no need for me to come here. Could it be that he came here on his own accord?" Qin Yun realized that Nangong Shrew doesn't know that the square-faced man came here. Maybe someone knew that Nangong Shrew sent people to pick him up, so they pretended to come to pick him up to kill him. "Young Master Qin, please record my devil mirror. We will contact each other later." Sister Shuru doesn't like to use devil mirror, so she doesn't have one. "But she can use it through me," Little Phoenix said with sweet smile. Qin Yun took out his devil mirror and recorded Little Phoenix's devil mirror so that they can contact each other later. "Young Master Qin, I will go back first to report." Just as Little Phoenix turned around, Qin Yun stopped her. "Little Phoenix, where's the water now?" asked Qin Yun. "She's near the Divine Mountain. She's a young, exalted immortal of the Nangong family. The Nangong family hopes that she can enter the Divine Mountain and obtain the opportunity." Little Phoenix added, "If she's an exalted immortal or above, she won't be able to enter. Many Shin immortals can only wait outside. Help me tell Shueru to be careful." Qin Yun nodded. "Young Master Qin, if I may be so bold as to ask, how did you get to know Sister Shueru? She rarely made friends with strange men. It's also because she said that she knows you that some people are investigating you." Little Phoenix said, "Shueru and I met by chance." Qin Yun faintly smiled. "Young Master Qin, where's the person who came looking for you? Where'd he go?" Little Phoenix asked. "I tactfully refused his escort, and then he left." "Little Phoenix, it's already dark. Do you want to stay here for the night?" Qin Yun said with smile. "No need. I might look like a little girl, but I'm a third-layer immortal." Little Phoenix smiled sweetly, revealing her cute little dimples. Then she bid farewell to Qin Yun. Qin Yun reminded her to be careful on the way back. After Little Phoenix left, Qin Yun closed the door and took out the magic mirror. Immortal, exalted immortal, Xian immortal. These are the most common immortals in the immortal desolate Xian province. The three provinces of the immortal desolate are Xian province, Earth province, and Heaven province. Generally speaking, powerful immortals rarely appear in Xian province, which means that the strongest immortals in Xian province are the Xian immortals. Qin Yun used a magic mirror to contact the Black Donkey. "Little Black, where are you?" Qin Yun asked. "I'm on my way to the immortal desolate Earth province. The sun-suppressing divine arrow is in the Earth province." The Black Donkey cut off the connection. Qin Yun felt that the Black Donkey was more reliable than the evil god, so he wanted to know how to attract the seventh tribulation. If the evil god knew that he was inferior to a donkey in Qin Yun's heart, he would definitely explode in anger. Qin Yun continued to contact the Black Donkey through the magic mirror. "Little mortal, what's the matter? Quickly say it. I am on my way. If I am late, the sun-suppressing divine arrow will be snatched away." The Black Donkey very impatiently said. Qin Yun quickly informed the black donkey about how he can't attract the seventh tribulation. You bastard! Why are you courting death? You actually suffered heavenly punishment. Luckily you met me. It is very simple if you want to cross seventh tribulation. Just find a way to approach a sun divine stone. Use divine power to attract seventh tribulation. As for how to do it, you will have to figure it out yourself. The black donkey finished speaking and cut off the connection. Qin Yun now has a general direction. He promptly left Star Traveling Pagoda and stored it away. Then he rushed towards a divine mountain. Xiao Yun, the donkey wants you to borrow divine power to become an immortal. Half immortal tribulation power is useless to your body, but the tribulation power condensed from divine power will surely allow you to become an immortal. Ling Yuner said, Indeed, I don't know the specifics. I will go to the divine mountain first. Qin Yun concealed himself and rushed towards the divine mountain. Because the divine mountain has not stabilized before, he could not approach it. Now that the divine mountain has stabilized, he could go take a look. But danger lurks in the vicinity of the divine mountain. The sun divine stone dropped down and released rays of light that illuminated the beasts, flowers, and trees, giving rise to a great change. There must be many formidable beasts in the vicinity of the divine mountain. Moreover, they must protect the divine mountain. What kind of existence is the divine mountain? Xian immortals can't go up, but upper immortals can. Qin Yun is very doubtful as he flew on the sky. The divine mountain is flickering with holy light at night. The main reason is that the trees, flowers, and plants on a mountain are releasing all kind of multicolored light. Qin Yun directly flew towards the peak of the divine mountain. But halfway there, he suddenly sensed a very strong pressure. This startled him so much that he immediately landed on the ground. Because there is a very formidable existence on the divine mountain. Moreover, it is a beast. Damn it! There are very formidable beasts on the divine mountain. If I rashly go up, I will be killed. Qin Yun landed in a forest and sensed the aura of immortal beasts everywhere. He is only a sixth tribulation half immortal. He can barely contend against immortals. Immortals have 9 layers. If he meets even stronger immortals, he won't be able to defeat them. The square-faced youth who wanted to kill him before was a second or third tribulation immortal. Because he underestimated Qin Yun, he was seriously injured by Qin Yun's cannon blast. I can only walk. Qin Yun concealed his aura and carefully walked towards the divine mountain. Although there are many formidable beasts in the vicinity, they don't seem to put him in their eyes. After all, he is not even an immortal. The forest is very calm at night. There are no conflicts. This is beyond Qin Yun's expectation. Ling Yuner said, The immortal beasts and immortals in the forest must have a common tacit understanding. They won't fight each other now. Otherwise, they won't be able to climb the divine mountain. They are not moving. Could it be that they still can't go to the divine mountain? Qin Yun is filled with doubt in his heart. After he entered the forest, he sensed the aura of immortal beasts and immortals flowing through the forest. This place is very close to the divine mountain. After running for more than an hour, Qin Yun finally saw the divine mountain. There are no trees near the foot of the divine mountain. There's only dazzling golden soil. Within a few thousand meters of the divine mountain, it is all golden soil. Not to mention stepping into the golden soil region, immortals and immortal beasts don't even dare to approach the vicinity of the golden soil region. Qin Yun took out the magic mirror and searched the situation of the sun god stones. Very soon, he found the relevant content. When a sun god stone lands on the ground, golden soil will appear nearby. Divine soil is very dangerous. Anyone who steps on it will be devoured by the soil and turned into fertilizer. There's already a rumor that Xian immortals from Xian State wanted to fly over the divine soil region, but were pulled down by the suction force released by the divine soil and drowned in it. Qin Yun finally knows why everyone is so quiet. They're all waiting for the divine soil to settle down. It seems that different sun god stones will restrict immortals of different realms from entering. For example, this kind of small sun god stone does not allow Xian immortals to enter. Qin Yun looked at the towering sacred mountain through the divine soil. It is hard to imagine that this is just a stone that fell from the sun. Such a stone is so huge that it turned into a divine mountain, causing many powerful immortal beasts and immortals to go crazy. Xiao Yun, go take a look. I think you will be fine, Ling Yuner said. Why? Qin Yun is puzzled. These things come from the sun, and you have the nether sun and 9 sun divine soul inside your body. You won't be devoured by the divine soil, Ling Yuner said. All right, I will give it a try. Qin Yun summoned his courage and walked over. He stepped on the golden and dazzling divine soil. Sure enough, there is no problem. Qin Yun is secretly happy. He quickly passed through the divine soil and rushed towards the divine mountain. The divine mountain is filled with many huge trees. Qin Yun did not fly. Instead, he climbed on some rocks and vigilantly climbed higher. As he approached the divine mountain, Qin Yun sensed a burst of familiar power inside the divine mountain. Qin Yun suddenly thought of an idea and said, Yuner, I will use the divine mountain's power to condense runes for Tribulation Bringer Talisman and carve them on the divine mountain's rocks. I don't know if I can use divine power to attract 7th half immortal tribulation. Let's give it a try, Ling Yuner said. Qin Yun did not continue climbing. He only climbed to a few hundred meters high. He feels that this is enough, because there might be some powerful things at a high place. He took out the floating cloud divine needle and began carving runes for Tribulation Bringer Talisman. He poured in even more blood spirit power than before. Apart from this, he used the 9 sun divine soul to draw in the power inside the divine mountain to condense blood spirit power. Using this method to condense blood spirit power consumes even more blood and mental power. Even so, it gave Qin Yun hope. Chapter 1255. Heaven-defying tribulation. Qin Yun released a large amount of blood essence to carve runes. This is very dangerous because it will make him very weak. Fortunately, nothing could get close to the divine mountain yet. The most powerful existences of the divine mountain were all located high up. If there was an inscription master watching from the side, they would definitely be dumbstruck by Qin Yun. While Qin Yun was carving runes, the stone actually floated up. At this moment, Qin Yun has entered a kind of state. With the floating cloud divine needle in hand, he is completely focused on carving runes. The stone is being treated as a talisman paper by him. It seems like it has intelligence and is cooperating with Qin Yun. The stone consciously cooperated with Qin Yun and floated in the air. Furthermore, it could move according to Qin Yun's thoughts, making it convenient for Qin Yun to carve runes. Unknowingly, the stone gradually became smaller. Only after Qin Yun finished carving the runes did the divine light on the stone gradually dim. At this moment, it had also turned into a palm-sized talisman. Strange, this is clearly a stone. Why did it turn into a talisman after I carved the runes? Qin Yun doesn't know what's going on either. He looks at the peculiar Tribulation Bringer Talisman in amazement. There's something strange about this divine mountain. It seems to be able to cooperate with you and become whatever you want. Of course, the state you are in when you're carving runes is also very rare. That is why the divine mountain is cooperating with you. Ling Yuner said. Buzz! The divine mountain suddenly quaked. Qin Yun immediately sensed an extremely powerful force rushing out of the divine mountain. With a whoosh, Qin Yun was blasted away by a shockwave. In the blink of an eye, he was sent flying far away from the divine mountain. What's going on? How'd I get sent flying so far? Qin Yun had planned on resting on the divine mountain for a while. Did the divine mountain tell you to stay away from it for your tribulation? Ling Yuner said again. I could sense a very strong spiritual fluctuation just now. There is a spirit inside the divine mountain. Ling Yuner could come into contact with all kinds of spirits, so she could sense the mountain spirit just now, but she couldn't communicate with it. Qin Yun looked at the talisman in his hand and sighed. I remember that when I obtained the Sun Soul, I was once blessed by the sun, causing the experts of the Martial Desolate to be forced to leave. Yes, Ling Yuner said. This time, it should be the sun helping you. Qin Yun took out Star Traveling Pagoda and entered it to rest. After resting, he would try the Calamity Bringer talisman. The sky was bright. Qin Yun is sitting in a lobby of star-traveling pagoda's first floor when he suddenly sensed his magic mirror trembling and releasing a burst of mental fluctuation, indicating that someone is contacting him. After he took out the magic mirror, he heard a cold female voice. "Are you Qin Yun?" Qin Yun looked at the magic mirror and saw Little Phoenix's name on it. "I am Qin Yun. Who are you?" "You are not Little Phoenix," Qin Yun asked. "You don't need to know who I am. I used the slave girl's magic mirror to contact you." The woman's voice was filled with arrogance and conceit. Her disdainful tone made Qin Yun feel very uncomfortable. "I'm Qin Yun. What's the matter?" Qin Yun asked coldly. "I heard that Shueru regards you as a friend. Is that true?" The woman asked in a cold and arrogant voice. "That's right. What does it have to do with you?" "Oh, that's right. I want to talk to Little Phoenix. Return the devil mirror to her." Qin Yun is very unhappy with this woman. He doesn't want to talk to her anymore. "That lowly slave is outside. I want to talk to you alone." The woman's tone suddenly became even colder and filled with anger. "You are not even an immortal. You are not allowed to be rude to me." Qin Yun cut off the connection. He doesn't want to talk to this woman anymore. But very soon his devil mirror trembled again. The arrogant woman's voice came again. "Qin Yun, listen up. If you are smart, get the hell away from me and don't get close to Shueru again. If people know that Shueru is friends with a lowly thing like you, it will affect her reputation. Fuck your mother." Qin Yun furiously cursed. "Oomph. Just you wait. I will immediately send people to teach you a lesson, you rude thing." The woman very angrily cut off the connection. Qin Yun put away the devil mirror. His expression is ice cold as he said in his heart, "Who the hell is this woman? She will not let this matter rest." He continued to rest. He wants to ensure that he can cross seventh half immortal tribulation in his best condition. More than an hour later, explosion sound came from outside. Someone is attacking Star Traveling Pagoda. Qin Yun opened the door and saw 5 people. One of them is a large middle-aged man. He is the one who came to find Nangong Shuru last time. "What are you doing?" Qin Yun's voice is ice cold. "Brat, quickly scram out. Shueru sent us to kill you." That middle-aged man said with sneer. "She said that you disrespected her. Don't try to deceive me. Did some woman send you?" Qin Yun's face is expressionless. He is tightly holding the Tribulation Bringer talisman in his hand. "Are you scared now? Do you know who that woman is?" "She is Shueru's cousin, an upper immortal, and her husband was also from the Long family. She doesn't want Shueru to get acquainted with someone like you. She doesn't want you to have any illusions and go to Nangong family to harass Shueru. So she sent us here to kill you. You will die today." That middle-aged man spoke and then took out a long saber. "Brat, we are all immortals. The strongest are 5th layer immortal. You're just a little half immortal. Quickly come out and we will give you a quick death. If we break through this pagoda, you will suffer a fate worse than death." Another youth said with sinister expression, "What is the name of Shueru's cousin? Just tell me and I will come out." Qin Yun has already activated the Tribulation Bringer talisman. So long as he sticks it on his body, he will know whether or not he has successfully drawn tribulation. "I am afraid you will be scared to death if I say it. Her name is Nangong Shueli. Her husband is Long Tianren. Are you scared?" That middle-aged man laughed loudly and said, "She sent people to kill me?" Qin Yun clenched his fist. Indeed, that middle-aged man took out the devil mirror and contacted Nangong Shueli. "Quickly get rid of that brat. Don't complicate matters." Nangong Shueli's cold voice came through. Those few people bowed towards the devil mirror with very respectful appearance. Qin Yun stuck the Tribulation Bringer talisman on his body. Suddenly a golden cloud floated down from the sky. The divine mountain released dense golden sacred light that transformed into a dense mist that covered the sky. That middle-aged man raised his head to look at the sky. He sensed wave after wave of pressure rushing down, and his heart trembled. "Big brother, what is going on?" A young man took out a large saber and asked in fear. "I don't know. Maybe it's from the divine mountain." That middle-aged man said with frown. "This pressure is a bit like half immortal tribulation, that young man said in shock. Half immortal tribulation? Half immortal tribulation clouds are black. This is a golden cloud condensed with divine power. It is impossible for it to be half immortal tribulation. That middle-aged man said with smile. Let's quickly finish our mission and return. Qin Yun knows that he has succeeded. He has finally welcomed his seventh half immortal tribulation. At this time, tribulation clouds are condensing and covering a radius of 1,000 li around the divine mountain. All the immortal beasts and immortals in the vicinity of the divine mountain are scared and restless by this pressure. Nangong Shuru came out of a small house near the divine mountain and floated on the sky. She looked at the sky filled with dense golden clouds, and her long, shapely eyebrows are tightly knitted. The wind and clouds in the heaven and earth are surging, burst after burst of gale accompanied by heavenly might, causing Nangong Shuru's pure white dress to flutter in the wind. Sister Shuiru, what is going on? Little Phoenix curiously asked. Her watery eyes are wide open as she looked at the sky. Don't you have the devil mirror? Check it. Nangong Shuiru lightly said. Little Phoenix immediately checked and found many things. She said in amazement, someone said that this is heaven-defying tribulation. Someone who is fighting against the heavens must find a way to bring down their own seventh half immortal tribulation to defy the heavens and become immortals. Who exactly is going through tribulation? Nangong Shuiru muttered. This matter spread through the devil mirror and caused many immortal kings and immortal emperors to be extremely amazed. Little Black Donkey also found out and is secretly amazed. It did not expect Qin Yun to bring down seventh half immortal tribulation so quickly. The appearance of this heaven-defying tribulation has shaken the entire immortal desolate. Because people who can bring down this kind of heaven-defying tribulation are all very outstanding. If they can cross it, they will be even more dreadful. Boss, this is heaven-defying tribulation. I don't know who is in the vicinity. A young man looked through the devil mirror and found out about the situation of the golden clouds. Who cares? In any case, it won't be near us. That middle-aged man shouted at Qin Yun. Quickly scram out for me. Qin Yun slowly walked out, waved his hand and stored away Star Traveling Pagoda. Go to hell. That middle-aged man saw Qin Yun come out, flew over and hacked at Qin Yun with his saber. Rumble. A golden thunder and lightning suddenly dropped down and shook the entire earth. The golden thunder and lightning hit the middle-aged man's body. That middle-aged man's body, along with his saber, disappeared without a trace. The other youths were scared out of their wits and quickly retreated. Rumble. Another golden thunder and lightning dropped down and hit Qin Yun's body. Ha 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 ha. Qin Yun started laughing wildly after being hit by the tribulation thunder. Because his seventh half immortal tribulation has finally arrived, it means that he has taken another step on the heaven-defying path. This caused him to be incomparably excited. Even though the people who want to kill Qin Yun are all immortals, they are now completely scared out of their wits. The person who is about to cross the heaven-defying tribulation is actually the person they want to kill. What caused them to be most alarmed is that this person who is facing such dreadful heaven-defying tribulation is still laughing so boldly. He is not the least bit afraid of this dreadful tribulation. Boom! Tribulation thunder dropped down and hit Qin Yun's sacred body. Although Qin Yun is in pain, he is even more excited and stirred up. He looked at those young men and said with sneer, "You want to kill me? Even heaven can't kill me. Can you kill me? Heaven-defying person. Heaven must punish him." However, even after several heavenly thunder dropped down, they were still unable to kill Qin Yun. And that fifth-level immortal realm middle-aged man has been instantly vaporized. Qin Yun's body flickered and arrived in front of a young man. He grabbed that young man's throat like lightning. Boom! Tribulation thunder dropped down and hit Qin Yun's body. Through Qin Yun's body, the berserk thunder and lightning power was transferred to that young man's body. Chapter 1256. Nine Dragon Brilliant Sun. Chapter 1256. Nine-dragon brilliant Sun Qin Yun is just a half immortal, but he can endure tribulation thunder that even immortals can't resist. This caused the remaining immortals to be scared out of their wits. They saw with their own eyes that Qin Yun can draw tribulation thunder into his body and then control it to kill people. Didn't you guys want to kill me? Qin Yun looked at another youth, and then his body flashed towards him. Rumble. A bright and dazzling tribulation thunder suddenly landed on Qin Yun's body. Qin Yun raised his hand and blasted the tribulation thunder that entered his body towards the youth. Although that youth is running away, he was locked down by the tribulation thunder and turned into dregs in a short while. The remaining people are running away with incomparable fear in their hearts. However, Qin Yun is like a thunder-killing god, controlling thunder to kill people. He is completely not afraid of this terrifying, heaven-defying tribulation. Boom, boom, boom. Qin Yun chased after those fleeing immortals and used tribulation thunder to kill them all. This heaven-defying tribulation thunder is condensed with divine power and fell down. Although Qin Yun's body is in intense pain for being struck by the thunder, this kind of pain allowed him to see the hope of breaking through. The golden clouds in the sky are flickering with light rays, illuminating the earth and making it look bright and dazzling. It is as if the earth is enveloped by golden clouds. One after another, golden thunder and lightning are striking down, shocking all the immortals and immortal beasts in the forest. Although the people in the vicinity know that this heaven-defying tribulation is not targeting them, they are all hiding far away. They are worried that they will attract the tribulation to themselves. Everyone has the same question: who exactly is attracting this heaven-defying tribulation? Everyone's understanding of heaven-defying tribulation comes from the devil mirror. And the people who spread the theory about heaven-defying tribulation in the devil mirror are the older generation. Generally speaking, because some people violate heavenly rules, they can't attract the seventh tribulation of half immortals and can never become immortals. This means that their path to becoming stronger is completely blocked. However, these people who violate heavenly rules are all very heaven-defying. They will think of every possible way to cross tribulation, jump out of the natural law, comprehend the method to break through, and forcibly attract the seventh tribulation of half immortals. That is why it is called heaven-defying tribulation. Little Phoenix followed beside Nangong Shiru and said in a low voice, "Sister Shiru, that direction seems to be where young Master Qin is. Could it be that he is undergoing heaven-defying tribulation?" Nangong Shiru frowned and said in low voice, "Little Phoenix, use the devil mirror to contact him." Little Phoenix quickly controlled the magic mirror and sent a message to Qin Yun. It didn't use its voice because Nangong Shueli had just flown over. "Mr. Qin, where are you? Your location seems to be the place where the heaven-defying tribulation will descend." Qin Yun, who was being bombarded by tribulation thunder, heard that the magic mirror is shaking, so he took it out and saw the text. He immediately replied with a few words. "I'm already far away, don't worry." Little Phoenix was relieved to see those words. This heaven-defying tribulation was very strange. Although the tribulation lightning was very powerful, the energy did not spread, causing the nearby trees to not be destroyed. That was why many people were floating in the sky far away. They could only see the tribulation lightning falling into a dense forest. The place was shining with golden light, and they could not see what was going on inside. Boom, boom. While Qin Yun is being bombarded by the tribulation thunder, he is also operating the nether sun and cultivating the immortal devil sacred body art. He is doing his best to channel the berserk divine power into the nether sun. The berserk thunder and lightning divine power flowed through Qin Yun's body, causing him to feel numb and stinging pain. Is this only the prelude? Qin Yun's body is already bleeding, but he feels that this is not the end of the heaven-defying tribulation. Roar! Suddenly, a huge dragon head came out from the golden cloud above the forest. The dragon head is flickering with golden light. It looks like it is made of golden thunder and lightning. When the onlookers in the distance saw this dragon head made of golden lightning, they all let out a clamor of shouts. Then they used the devil mirror to take a picture and post it. Many immortal desolate elders saw the dragon head through the devil mirror and immediately posted their own speculations. Little Phoenix looked at the devil mirror and said, "This is Tribulation Dragon. It is one of the most dreadful forms of heaven-defying tribulation. Some people say that heaven-defying tribulation is not created by heavenly might. It is created by a heaven-defying person through the divine power of Sun Divine Stone. This is a type of tribulation power that surpasses the laws of nature. It is extremely terrifying." The one who posted this was the little black donkey. Only it is more knowledgeable about this heaven-defying tribulation. Many immortal emperors and immortal kings are paying close attention to the information posted by the little black donkey, because even those immortal emperors don't know much about it. A few immortal kings even called the little black donkey a senior or something like that. The sudden appearance of this heaven-defying tribulation attracted the attention of many powerful factions. The upper echelons of the nearby factions all issued orders to find out who is undergoing the heaven-defying tribulation. Roar! Roar! The tribulation dragon fell and smashed into the ground. Qin Yun felt like a raging dragon had burrowed into his body and was wreaking havoc inside. Qin Yun's surroundings were shrouded by countless bolts of lightning. The nearby trees are not damaged. It is clear how strong this power is. It is only aimed at Qin Yun, not the surroundings. Qin Yun withstood the tribulation dragon, but his body exploded. Holy light swirled around the gaping wound, quickly healing the injuries on his body. The tribulation dragon kept appearing and descending. A series of dragon roars reverberated through the air, causing the immortal beasts in the forest to tremble in fear. At the same time, there is a lot of news on the magic mirror. It is said that many powerful factions are offering a huge bounty to recruit the person who is undergoing the tribulation. They are also hoping that someone can provide clues. A person who can undergo a heaven-defying tribulation must be extremely terrifying. He must also possess a mysterious method to attract tribulation. That is why so many immortal emperors are trying to recruit him. However, the little black donkey immediately posted another message on the magic mirror. It mainly said that a heaven-defying person will always be fighting against the heavens and will attract heaven-defying calamities at any time. Whoever tries to recruit such a person will be unlucky. This made many powerful factions withdraw the bounty on the magic mirror immediately. The little black donkey also saw that many people are doubting him, saying that he is spouting nonsense and slandering the mighty heaven-defying person. The little black donkey is very displeased. It then posted another message on the magic mirror, saying that the next heaven-defying tribulation will condense a powerful sun and descend with 9 tribulation dragons. It will be the 9 dragons' glorious sun tribulation. After posting this message, he put away the magic mirror and continued on his journey towards Earth Prefecture. Everyone was doubting the little black donkey's message, but they soon saw many images on the magic mirror. A violet gold sun condensed in the sky, flickering with raging flames. The 9 heavens' angry dragons were revolving around the sun and roaring. At this time, the magic mirror in everyone's hands suddenly closed. A line of words appeared on the magic mirror. Because there is too much information being transmitted, it will consume more energy. If you want to continue using the magic mirror, please pour 1,000 immortal jade beads into the mirror. Seeing these words, many people cursed Wu Tiantu, Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror. Clearly, Immortal Emperor Magic Mirror suddenly stopped the magic mirror and seized the opportunity to collect the immortal jade beads. Although everyone despised this despicable act of taking advantage of someone else's misfortune, they could only take out 1,000 immortal jade beads and pour them into the magic mirror. Nangong Shueru also gave 1,000 immortal jade beads to Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix groaned. This immortal Emperor Magic Mirror is too despicable. He seized the opportunity to collect immortal jade beads. No wonder Sister Shuru doesn't like to use the magic mirror. Those who put in immortal jade beads can continue watching the heaven-defying tribulation through the magic mirror. The thunder and lightning condensed from divine power turned into 9-dragon brilliant sun tribulation and hit Qin Yun's body, causing a burst of explosion. Qin Yun was smashed down on the ground. His body looks like it is about to fall apart. Then one after another tribulation dragons came down and crazily smashed his body. Everyone saw this scene through the magic mirror and felt that the person crossing tribulation is done for. Because according to the description of the people present, even a 9th-layer mortal would be scared witless by the aura released by the tribulation dragons. But Qin Yun has the Nether Sun. It can absorb this kind of berserk power. Therefore, he is only enduring half of the power. The majority of it is being absorbed by the Nether Sun and then used to temper his body. Even so, his powerful sacred body was still battered and tattered. 9 brilliant sun tribulation dragons came down one after another. After the 9th dragon came down, the tribulation cloud covering the sky suddenly exploded and disappeared without a trace. Qin Yun, who is riddled with scars, sensed the Nether Sun tree totem inside his body slowly unfolding. The tree totem is like the roots of a large tree. The veins are like tree roots and tree vines, very quickly spreading all over Qin Yun's body. At this time, a large tree nearby released many tree roots and dragged Qin Yun underground, hiding him under a large tree. The injured and unconscious Qin Yun is now under a large tree. He is being wrapped up by many tree roots. These tree roots are injecting life energy into Qin Yun's body and healing his injuries. The tribulation cloud scattered and the forest became peaceful again. Many bold immortals flew over to see whether or not that person crossed the tribulation. Many people flew over, but none of them saw the person crossing the tribulation, not even his footprints. This caused many people to sigh in regret, because it is clear that he failed to cross the tribulation. Not even his bones remained. News came out from the magic mirror that the mysterious person was turned into dregs by the tribulation. Even so, many people are still discussing. They want to know how to draw down heaven-defying tribulation, how to violate heavenly rules. The unconscious Qin Yun woke up very quickly. He also knows where he is now. Xiao Yun, I really didn't expect that your tree totem would evolve into an immortal totem. It should be said that all the totem runes on your body are immortal totem. Ling Yun said with charming smile. Originally, I needed Mo Mo's help. I am an immortal. Qin Yun closed his eyes and sensed the surging immortal power inside the Nether Sun. First level immortal realm. There is only one strand of immortal power. However, Qin Yun's immortal power is very strong. It is in no way weaker than second level immortal realm. Ling Yun said, Xiao Yun, it seems like you haven't been able to comprehend totem martial arts for a long time. Indeed, it is very difficult to comprehend. Maybe it is because I have too many totems, causing me to be unable to focus on one totem inheritance. Qin Yun also thought about this problem before. Chapter 12:57 Vicious Woman. Qin Yun has not obtained any new totem inheritance for a very long time. As for the reason, he still doesn't know. Many people are looking for clues in the forest. They don't know that Qin Yun is underground and protected by the trees. And Nangong Xueli is also using the Devil Mirror to contact the assassin she sent out, but there is no news. After one night, all the immortals and immortal beasts in the forest put aside the matter of the heaven-defying tribulation. They are waiting for the divine mountain to be safe and then climb up to explore. Within the forest, there is a luxurious large carriage. It looks like a small house. Nangong Xueli was dressed in a luxurious purplish-red robe. Her beautiful yet charming face was filled with coldness. Beside her, a tall and sturdy middle-aged man is sitting on a chair. He faintly smiled and said, Xueli, I just arrived and I see this kind of expression on your face. What, am I not welcome? Long Tianren, you have so many fox spirits by your side, You definitely did not come to find me, because you missed me, Nangong Shuili said in cold voice. Those fox spirits are just playthings, and you are my official wife. Long Tianren laughed loudly and said, Speaking of which, you are not like this when you are jealous. Who made you angry? Nangong Shuili said in cold voice. There's a lowly half-immortal who doesn't know life from death. He actually shamelessly talked to Shuiru and even became her friend. I sent people to get rid of him one after another, but none of them came back. It is as if they are all dead. Oh, Long Tianren immediately became very interested. His well-defined face showed a trace of smile. Just a half-immortal. He actually made your mood so bad. He truly deserves to die. This half-immortal is truly something. Could it be that he doesn't know Shuiru's identity? He actually dares to shamelessly climb up to Shuiru. Although Shuiru came from Spirit Desolate, she is a rare inscription pill master. She is already an upper immortal at such a young age. This kind of talent is rarely seen even in the entire Immortal Desolate. I will properly package her up, make her even more noble and holy. This way, all the disciples of the great sects will fight over her. Nangong Shuili had a cunning smile on her face. At that time, if you want to meet Shuiru or make an appointment with her, you will have to go through me. Long Tianren laughed and said, In that case, Shuili, won't you receive a lot of valuable gifts? Of course, as long as my plan succeeds, Shuiru will be my cornucopia. Nangong Shuili's proud expression suddenly turned gloomy again. She said insidiously, However, that half-immortal is actually viewed as a friend by Shuiru. If word gets out that Shuiru is friends with a lowly half-immortal, how am I going to package her? Long Tianren nodded and said, I came here to investigate the matter of the heaven-defying person. The Long family has sent me 10 third-layer immortals. They are all dragon blood immortals of the Long family. If we find that brat, we will be able to kill him easily and bring his head back. That's more like it. That's more like my husband. Nangong Shuili smiled charmingly and solemnly warned, You must keep this a secret. Don't let Shuiru know. I understand. Long Tianren said, Oh, that's right. Tell me about that brat. I will arrange for my subordinates to go find him. Nangong Shuili said, That brat is called Qin Yun. He is hiding inside a rather formidable pagoda. He must have been entrusted by someone to guard that formidable pagoda. So long as your subordinates find that pagoda, they will be able to find him. Could he have left this forest? Long Tianren asked. I don't know. I will go find that lowly slave Little Phoenix and ask. She has a connection with that brat. After saying that, Nangong Shuili left the luxurious carriage and went to find Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix and Nangong Shuiru are together in an elegant and unique small pavilion. Nangong Shuili entered the small pavilion and saw the elegant and beautiful Nangong Shuiru. She said with smile, Shuiru, your big brother has an urgent matter. He wants you to quickly go talk to him. Nangong Shuiru's expression is clear and cold. She only lightly nodded and complied. Then she left the small pavilion. After Nangong Shuiru left, Nangong Shuili turned around and yelled at Little Phoenix, Lowly slave, quickly take out her devil mirror. Little Phoenix is very unwilling. It can only lower its head and hand over the devil mirror to Nangong Shuili while feeling wronged in its heart. Within the Nangong family, only Nangong Shuiru treats Little Phoenix the best. She taught her cultivation techniques and guided her to become an immortal. However, many people still call Little Phoenix a lowly slave, especially Nangong Shuili. She is the most ferocious towards Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix doesn't dare to defy Nangong Shuili. She is a respected person. Nangong Shuili coldly glared at Little Phoenix, then took the devil mirror and entered a room. After Qin Yun recovered, he came out of the ground and hid on top of a large tree. He began sensing the difference after becoming an immortal. His greatest feeling is that after becoming an immortal, his immortal power is much stronger than that of a half-immortal. This is the difference between half-immortals and immortals. In addition, his perception was even stronger. Closing his eyes, he could hear all movements within a kilometer radius. For example, how many flying insects and birds were flying, or how all kinds of insects were moving in the leaves and soil. He could sense everything clearly. His vision is also very dreadful. With Extinction Spirit Eye, he can see through many things and even see things far away. Suddenly, his devil mirror started shaking. Seeing that it is Little Phoenix, Qin Yun promptly answered and heard Nangong Shuali's ice-cold and loathsome voice. Qin Yun, I sent a few people to escort you out of the forest and keep you away from Shiru. Did you see them? Nangong Shuali's voice is filled with insufferably arrogance. It is as if she is talking to a slave. I didn't see them. Qin Yun finished speaking and immediately hung up. Nangong Shuali is very angry. She threw the devil mirror on the ground and stormed out of the room. When she walked out of the pavilion, Little Phoenix asked, "Where's my devil mirror? You lowly slave, shut up." Nangong Shuali stepped forward and slapped Little Phoenix a few times. Although Little Phoenix is an immortal, Nangong Shuali is an exalted immortal. She can only stand there and let Nangong Shuali hit her. Your broken devil mirror is inside. Go and pick it up yourself. Also, as a slave, you should know how to read people's expressions. Can't you see that I am angry? Nangong Shuali saw that Little Phoenix's eyes are filled with grievance. She angrily said, "If you tell Shueru about this, I will make your life worse than death. Shueru will not fall out with me because of a lowly slave like you. You should know your place." Little Phoenix's eyes are filled with tears. It nodded. Nangong Shuali coldly smiled. "It is good that you understand. A lowly slave like you better not try to sow discord between me and Shueru." With that, Nangong Shuali stormed out of the room. Little Phoenix bit her lower lip and entered the room to pick up her devil mirror. Her devil mirror is ownerless. Anyone can use it. This is also to make it easier for others to inspect the things stored in it. Qin Yun really wanted to see what Nangong Shuali looked like, so he used another function of the devil mirror to chat with her face to face. Little Phoenix picked up the devil mirror and saw Qin Yun's request for a face-to-face chat. In a panic, Little Phoenix had no choice but to accept the request. Qin Yun saw Little Phoenix appear in the devil mirror. Her big eyes are filled with tears. The cute dimples on her cheeks were bright red, and one could see the faint handprint of a woman's palm. It was obvious that it was the palm of a woman, and it was a powerful slap. Otherwise, there was no way Little Phoenix's face would have been swollen. "Young Master Qin, what can I do for you?" Little Phoenix squeezed out a sweet smile. "Where is that woman?" Qin Yun's heart is trembling. He is infuriated and filled with killing intent. He guessed that it was Nangong Shuali who hit Little Phoenix. "She which woman?" Little Phoenix has no idea who Qin Yun is talking about. "Nangong Shuali. She used your devil mirror to contact me a few times. Don't you know?" Qin Yun said coldly. "What? Why did she contact you?" Little Phoenix is startled. "Were you hit by her? Does it still hurt?" "I'm sorry, I angered her." Qin Yun sighed. "Young Master Qin, it has nothing to do with you. Thank you for your concern." Little Phoenix can't help but shed tears of grievance when she saw how concerned Qin Yun was. Qin Yun is even more furious because this has nothing to do with Little Phoenix, yet Nangong Shuali hit Little Phoenix. "Little Phoenix, tell Shueru about this." Qin Yun said. I don't dare to tell her. I can't tell her." Little Phoenix shook her head. "Young Master Qin, please leave. Nangong Shuali is going to kill you." Little Phoenix was no fool either. She knew that Nangong Shuali had gone to Qin Yun twice, and it was highly likely that she was going to attack him. She also remembered that the square-faced man had gone to Qin Yun before. "Little Phoenix, tell Shueru to contact me through the devil mirror," Qin Yun said. "All right." Little Phoenix nodded and then wiped her tears. At this time, Little Phoenix hastily cut off the connection because Nangong Shuali has returned. "Little lowly slave, give me your devil mirror. If Shueru asks for it, tell her it is broken." Nangong Shuali's eyes are filled with ruthlessness. Little Phoenix can only hand over the devil mirror. Nangong Shuali took the devil mirror and then quickly left. This made Little Phoenix even more worried because she won't be able to contact Qin Yun anymore. Qin Yin knows that little Phoenix will not easily cut off the connection, so he guessed that Nangong Shuili took away the devil mirror. Took away the devil mirror? That's for the best. Qin Yin closed his eyes and recalled the runes inside the devil mirror. He wanted to find out Nangong Shuili's location through the devil mirror. This wretched woman, I don't care who you are, what kind of status you have. You want to kill me? You will die. Qin Yun's killing intent soared to the sky. He knows that Nangong Shuili will surely send more people. Moreover, they will be even stronger this time. Qin Yun drilled into the ground and dug out a large hole. Then he took out the star-traveling pagoda. He has become an immortal. He can forge even stronger things. Chapter 1258. Cannon arrows. Qin Yun took out the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and let Yang Yang come out. Then he took out many immortal iron and immortal king beast horns. He also took out some immortal dragon bones. His devil mirror suddenly trembled. It is Nangong Shuili's voice. Young Master Qin, we might have some misunderstanding before. I want to talk with you face to face. I promise I will not stop you from befriending Shuiru. I only want to resolve the conflict between us. Nangong Shuili said. Although her tone is very calm, it is filled with coldness. I have left Divine Mountain. Are you still in Divine Mountain? Then I will return. Qin Yin said. All right, it will be best if you come. When you arrive near Divine Mountain, inform me, and I will send people to pick you up. Nangong Shuili said with a smile. I am looking forward to meeting you. After cutting off the connection, Qin Yin let Yang Yang breathe fire into the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and burn the immortal iron inside. Qin Yin placed some immortal beast bones inside the cauldron and mixed them with the immortal iron. Xiao Yun, Nangong Shuili wants to meet you because she wants to know where you are. So she wants to lure you out and kill you. Ling Yuner said. Indeed, that is why I want to make sufficient preparations. Even if I can't kill her, I will skin her alive. Qin Yin said in cold voice. Nangong Shuili is inside her luxurious carriage. She coldly groaned and said, This little bastard surnamed Qin really thinks that I want to meet him. Look at his happy appearance. He even said that he will come back to find me. Oof, he is dead for sure. Shuili, you want to personally meet him? Long Turin drank wine and asked in a faint voice. How can I meet him? Just send your Long family's dragon blood immortal and bring his head to me. Nangong Shuili said with sneer. This little bastard is not qualified to meet me. Qin Yun is currently improving his Lion King cannon. After he became an immortal, his heavenly lion totem became immortal rune. As long as he carves it on the Lion King cannon, it will become an immortal tool. The Lion King cannon now uses many immortal king beast horns as well as immortal iron. Yang Yang, the flame you released is very strong. I have not fed you for so many years in vain. Qin Yun caressed Yang Yang's beautiful purple gold feathers and said with mischievous smile. Yang Yang continued to spit fire at the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. The flames spewed out by this ninth heaven Xian sparrow were extremely terrifying. Even though Qin Yun has cultivated a sacred body, he doesn't dare to face such terrifying flames. The immortal king beast horn and immortal iron were soaked in a large amount of king-grade beast oil. Yang Yang's flames burned even more fiercely. Qin Yun did not stay idle either. He released the black nether sun immortal flame and mixed it with the flames to melt the materials inside the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron. Qin Yun also took out the Gemini treasure mirror to melt the materials. The Gemini treasure mirror contained the Gemini heavenly rune and the profound fusion heavenly rune. The mysterious fusion heavenly rune allowed all kinds of things to quickly and perfectly fuse together. Now, he is using the Gemini treasure mirror to release the mysterious fusion heavenly rune's energy. It is a kind of red light that shone on the inside of the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron, allowing all kinds of materials to fuse together perfectly. Finally, he threw the Lion King cannon into the cauldron. Then he used his formidable mental power to control the immortal tier materials inside the heavenly lion dragon suppressing cauldron and fuse them into the Lion King cannon. This kind of refinement method is Qin Yun's own creation. Because he has many tools to assist him, he can succeed. 2 days pass by, and the Lion King cannon has been completely reforged. It has become snow white. Immortal energy is circulating around it. Its aura is very ferocious. Qin Yun took out the Lion King cannon and let Yang Yang rest. He still has many things he needs Yang Yang's help in. Carve Heavenly Lion Totem, Tree Totem, Thunder Totem, and Fire Totem. Qin Yun has Totem Inscription Spirit, so he can carve Totem with twice the result with half the effort. Carving Heavenly Lion Totem and Fire Totem is even easier because he also has Beast King Inscription Spirit and Wildfire Inscription Spirit. I don't have any good immortal runes now. Luckily, I have Tree Totem, Heavenly Lion Totem, and Thunder Totem. They are all immortal tier totems. This will make the Lion King cannon even stronger. If Qin Yun wants to obtain even more immortal runes, he can only use the original runes to evolve them, but this will require time. Star, Moon, and Sun runes need to evolve into immortal tier Star, Moon, and Sun runes. This will also require a lot of time. After Qin Yun improved the Lion King cannon, it is time for the 9th Heaven Mysterious King Saber. This is a weapon he uses very often. Without Sister Yao Fong to refine cannonballs for me, my own cannonball's might is very ordinary. Qin Yun decided to refine another kind of thing to replace cannonball. It is a kind of special arrow that can be inserted into the Lion King cannon. Then, through the Lion King cannon's explosive energy, the arrow can be shot out and pierced into people or beasts. It is just like a blow dart. The arrows that he refined, the sharpest part of the arrowhead, were refined using an immortal king beast horn. This could guarantee a very strong penetrative power. The arrowhead of this kind of arrow is as big as a palm and as thick as a stick. There's also a loop at the end of the arrow. When needed, the Lion King cannon's tree totem can release tree vines to wrap around the arrow's tail. If the arrow hits an enemy or beast, it can be pulled back. Moreover, the Lion King cannon's thunder totem power can be used to transmit berserk thunder and lightning power to paralyze the prey. Qin Yun forged many special cannon arrows in the underground star, Traveling Pagoda. These cannon arrows are immortal talisman tools. After they are shot, Qin Yun can use his mental power to control them, and when needed, they can explode. These should be more useful than cannonball. Qin Yun only refined 30 of them. If they don't explode, they can be recycled. Cannon arrows are immortal talisman tools, so they have the power of runes on them. For example, some cannon arrows can freeze an enemy's body or release ice sealing power, thunder and lightning paralysis power, mysterious penetration divine ability power, or even very strong bewildering power. 30, it should be enough. Qin Yun is very satisfied with the cannon arrows he refined. After resting for a while, he stored away the star, Traveling Pagoda, and returned to the ground. These past few days, Nangong Shuili contacted him a few times to ask whether he has arrived at the forest or not. Qin Yun only replied that he has arrived because he is lost and doesn't know where he is. Now he has finally finished preparing his equipment and arrived at the ground. It is very late at night. Qin Yun took out the devil mirror and told Nangong Shuili that he is in the vicinity of a small mountain. Qin Yun is still unable to track Nangong Shuili through the devil mirror. He still needs some time to study the runes on the devil mirror. But he is confident that he will be able to locate her. The Dragon Blood Immortals have already figured out the terrain of this area. They found out that Qin Yun is in the vicinity of a small mountain and immediately rushed over. Qin Yun has been waiting for the Dragon Blood Immortals near the small mountain for a long time. Moreover, he has prepared a puppet to wait there. The puppet is wearing a mask and a gown. Yang Yang's flame is sealed inside the puppet's body. Hoo-hoo! 10 burly men wielding dragon-headed sabers and wearing black armor and golden boots charged at the golem. As soon as these burly men went over, they surrounded the puppet and slashed at it with their sabers. Boom! The puppet exploded. Yang Yang's dreadful 9-colored flame burst out and enveloped those large men, causing them to scream miserably. One of the large men took out the devil mirror and wanted to report the situation. But Qin Yun immediately shot a cannon arrow and pierced that large man's head. After the cannon arrow was shot, it immediately flew back under Qin Yun's control. Although those large men are wearing low-grade immortal armor, they are unable to resist Yang Yang's 9-colored flame and started jumping around in confusion. Qin Yun shot one cannon arrow after another through the Lion King cannon and pierced those large men's heads. Nighttime, Long Tianren and Nangong Shuili are sleeping together. Nangong Shuili is sitting on the bedside and said with sneer, "Very soon, Dragon Blood Immortal will bring back that guy's head. That's for sure. Even though our Long family's Dragon Blood Immortal is only a 3rd stage immortal, he can even easily kill 4th and 5th stage immortals, let alone a half-immortal brat." Long Tianren laughed loudly and said, he wants to pull Nangong Shuili to lie down. But Nangong Shuili struggled free and said, "Dragon Blood Immortal should have arrived, right? You should contact them and ask." Long Tianren shook his head and sighed. He took out the Devil Mirror and tried to contact those Dragon Blood Immortals, but failed. He immediately jumped up from the bed. We lost contact." Long Tianren promptly took out a box and opened it. The 10 pearls inside have all shattered. His body immediately shook. "These are the life pearls of 10 Dragon Blood Immortals. They are all dead." Nangong Shuili's expression greatly changed. She said in cold voice, "What is going on? Don't tell me that Brat killed them. That's impossible. Not to mention that Brat, even a mighty immortal, would not be able to kill 10 Dragon Blood Immortals so easily. 1 or 2 of them should be able to escape." Long Tianren shook his head and said, "Those are Dragon Blood Immortals my family sent to me. They are all dead. After I return, they will surely give me a good scolding." Nangong Shuili took out Little Phoenix's Devil Mirror and contacted Qin Yun. "Young Master Qin, where are you? Aren't you near that small mountain?" "I'm near that small mountain. Why haven't you arrived?" Qin Yun asked. "Are you sure you didn't see the people I sent? I sent people to pick you up. Did you not see them?" Nangong Shuili asked while gritting her teeth. "I didn't see them," Qin Yun said. "All right, just you wait." Nangong Shuili cut off the connection and threw the Devil Mirror on the ground. She is very angry. Qin Yun doesn't know whether or not Nangong Shuili will come, so he can only wait near the small mountain. Long Tianren said in cold voice, "I will send Xiaolang. His stealth ability is very strong. Moreover, he is a very strong 4th layer immortal beast. He will surely succeed." "All right," Nangong Shuili coldly said. Qin Yun is hiding on a large tree near the small mountain. He did not wait for Nangong Shuili. Instead, he waited for a werewolf. This guy has 4 immortal power aura inside his body. He is a 4th layer immortal beast. Qin Yun is secretly apprehensive. Could it be that he was also sent by Nangong Shuili? After the werewolf arrived, he did not see Qin Yun and took out the Devil Mirror. Qin Yun saw the werewolf take out the Devil Mirror and shot an arrow from far away. The werewolf reacted very quickly and caught the arrow. Chapter 1259. Overlord Battle. Werewolf rushed over. His speed is very fast and crazy. He is like a bolt of violent thunder. The energy wave he released caused the nearby trees to sway. Although Qin Yun concealed his aura, when he fired the cannon arrow earlier, he exposed his position. Werewolf is indeed very strong. He can immediately lock onto Qin Yun's position and then attack like furious thunder and lightning. Qin Yun is like a monkey on a big tree. He jumped from tree to tree and finally used mysterious penetration divine ability to drill into the trunk of a big tree. Boom! Werewolf rushed over and waved his claws. Waves of berserk immortal power filled with baleful aura burst out and broke dozens of big trees in the surroundings. The big tree Qin Yun is hiding and was also almost attacked. "Come out!" Werewolf shouted angrily. He now knows that the person called Qin Yun's strength is not to be underestimated. He is not a half-immortal like Long Tianren said. Qin Yun did not go out. Although he is fully equipped, he is still apprehensive when facing a powerful immortal beast that is not afraid of death. He did not go out. Instead, he released a puppet. That puppet is 2 meters tall. It is a bit shorter than Werewolf. However, This puppet was meticulously refined by Qin Yun for many years. It is the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon has gone through several evolutions. In the last evolution, it fused with a powerful dragon mantis. Now the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's body is the same size as the dragon mantis. At the same time, it also maintains its original appearance. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's upper body has robust and stiff muscles. On the surface of the muscles, snow-white dragon bones appear. It looks like bone armor sticking to the surface of the muscles. There are 3 black dragon heads on its head, maintaining the previous Devil Star Overlord's 3 heads and 6 arms. Of course, among the 6 arms, 2 have turned into sharp mantis blades and the rest have turned into slender dragon claws. Apart from this, the standing Devil Star Tyrant Dragon has a dragon tail full of sword thorns behind its waist, as well as a pair of bone wings full of sharp thorns. Yao Fong used a large amount of beast oil and immortal power to refine the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. Yao Fong poured a large amount of immortal king power into the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's body. Now its battle strength is very terrifying. I finally used this thing, Qin Yun thought in his heart. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon can become big, and it can also transform into a flying dragon. Now the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon is in warrior form. Dying. When the werewolf saw the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon appear, he also felt a burst of powerful dragon power, but he still rushed over. Boom! The werewolf's body flashed over. Its wolf claws flickered with cold light. It carried ruthless immortal power as it clawed at the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. Of the Devil Star Tyrant Dragons, 3 dragon heads, 2 spewed flames, and 1 spewed lightning. They condensed into a powerful lightning and fire energy pillar and shot at the werewolf charging over. The werewolf's claws had only just reached out when they were blasted away by this energy. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon is now fighting on its own. Qin Yun did not control it because he wanted to see how strong the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon is. In terms of defense, the Devil Star Tyrannosaurus Rex is still all right. Ling Yun said, "Xiao Yun, finish this quickly. The commotion here is too big. It will definitely attract others." Got it. Qin Yun used Heavenly Lion summoning technique and summoned the Nether Realm Heavenly Lion. And at this moment, the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon has already attacked. The pair of mantis blades are extremely fast. Furthermore, they are coordinated with 4 pairs of dragon claws and 3 dragon heads are spewing out energy. A series of fierce attacks caused the werewolf to retreat again and again. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's pair of mantis blades are terrifying to the extreme. The saber energy shot out chaotically, cutting down the branches and leaves in all directions. Several bloody scars appeared on the werewolf's body. Even the powerful immortal beast body can't block the pair of mantis blades. Qin Yun originally planned to refine some powerful weapons for the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon, but now it seems that the pair of mantis blades are very terrifying. There is no need to refine anymore. Boom, boom, boom. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon unceasingly attacked fiercely. The 3 dragon heads spewed out fire and thunder one after another, causing the werewolf to not dare to approach. The werewolf's speed is much faster than the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. He wanted to dodge to the back to sneak attack the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon, but he did not expect that the dragon tail filled with sword thorns to be equally berserk. Bang! The werewolf was hit by the dragon tail. Several bloody holes appeared on his body from the sword thorns. This damned thing! The werewolf roared. He took out a long rod and ruthlessly smashed it at the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. Wong! The werewolf smashed the rod on the head, rippling out a ruthless and baleful aura. It shook all the branches and leaves in the surroundings to shatter, and the thick tree trunks exploded. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's reaction is not slow. It raised its pair of mantis blades to block the long rod. The long rod and mantis blades collided, creating an even more terrifying shockwave. The trees that Qin Yun is hiding in are directly shattered. Fortunately, he was able to resist the power in time. The werewolf's strength is much more terrifying than Qin Yun expected. He also thought of Sneak attacking the werewolf, but the werewolf has very strong perception. It can definitely know where he is hiding and then quickly chase after him. This guy is a fourth-layer immortal beast. Of course, its strength is not weak. Ling Yuner said, "The Nether Realm Heavenly Lion that Qin Yun summoned has been hiding in the distance and did not come over. Is also waiting for an opportunity." Qin Yun is very surprised that the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon can resist the werewolf for so long. He also plans to let the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon continue entangling with the werewolf. From the distance, Qin Yun took out the Lion King cannon and took out a body-securing cannon arrow from the space inside the Lion King cannon. After the angry werewolf used its weapon to attack, its power became even more ferocious, causing the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon to only be able to passively defend. Qin Yun patiently waited for an opportunity. Finally, the opportunity has arrived. He promptly shot a cannon arrow. Boom! The cannon arrow flew over and pierced the werewolf's left shoulder, then exploded, blowing off the werewolf's arm. The werewolf was also frozen by the body-securing power for a moment. At the same time, the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's mantis blades fiercely stabbed forward and pierced the werewolf's chest and head. However, the werewolf did not die. It roared and used all of its body's strength to wave its long rod and sweep away the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. Roar! The Nether Realm Heavenly Lion hiding in the distance suddenly roared and used Heavenly Lion Fighting Dragon Claw to break the werewolf's long rod. Then it used Heavenly Lion's Heavenly Roar at close range, shaking the werewolf's mind. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon attacked again. Its two sabers swept horizontally. Heavenly Evil Aura burst out and cut off the werewolf's head and other arm. "Someone is coming," Ling Yuner anxiously shouted. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon has many injuries, but it can still maintain its speed and rushed towards Qin Yun. The Nether Realm Heavenly Lion was quickly called away by Qin Yun. Qin Yun stored away the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon, concealed his aura, and leapt into the forest. He also doesn't know who is coming over. That werewolf is truly terrifying. If it was just an ordinary fourth-stage immortal, he would have been killed in an instant. Qin Yun checked the injuries on the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's body. A few dragon bones on its chest have been cracked, 2 dragon claws are dripping with blood, and one of its dragon heads has been smashed until it is bleeding and deformed. But no matter what, he finally killed that werewolf. More than half of the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon's energy has been consumed. That is Sister Yao Feng's Immortal King power. Qin Yun feels some heartache for the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. He also underestimated the werewolf's strength. After leaving the battlefield, Qin Yun hid on the crown of a large tree and took out the vibrating devil mirror. Nangong Shuili contacted him. "Qin Yun, didn't you say you were in the vicinity of that small mountain? Our people went over there, but we didn't see you. What happened?" Nangong Shuili's voice is filled with killing intent. "The werewolf is dead." Long Tianren did not expect this. That werewolf was his most capable subordinate. A werewolf suddenly appeared, and then 2 very powerful beasts appeared. "I was afraid of death, so I ran away," Qin Yun said. He is now certain that the werewolf was sent by Nangong Shuili. "Just you wait. We will definitely meet you one day." Nangong Shuili can only give up for now. Long Terran is at the side. His expression is gloomy. The people who went to investigate sent news. There is indeed the aura of 2 beasts at the scene. One of them is Dragon Aura. What that brat said is not false. Xiao Lang is dead. How are you going to explain this when you return? That is a very good beast slave of your Long family. Nangong Shuili groaned. That brat's surnamed Qin. I want to use him as a sacrifice to Dragon Blood Immortal and Xiao Lang. Long Tanren said fiercely, "I will return the Devil Mirror to that lowly slave Little Phoenix. Let's see if she will contact Qin Yun or not." Nangong Shuili furiously sat on a chair. She is not sleeping. She cannot sleep. Qin Yun caused Nangong Shuili to suffer disastrous losses. He knows that Nangong Shuili will surely retaliate even more fiercely. He feels that it is very strenuous to face the werewolf. If someone even stronger comes, he can only run away. Xiao Yun, enter the divine mountain. The sun's anomaly caused Shuuru to break through to upper immortal very quickly. With your talent, you will also break through to upper immortal very quickly. Ling Yuner said. All right. Qin Yun rushed towards the divine mountain that very night. Many people are still unable to enter the divine mountain because they are blocked by the divine soil outside. Qin Yun is not afraid of the divine soil, so he can enter the divine mountain ahead of time. Last time when I was inside the divine mountain, I was shot out by a power. Was it the power released by the mountain spirit? Qin Yun asked. It should be. This time, I will see whether or not I can contact the mountain spirit. Ling Yuner said. Late at night, the area around the divine mountain is filled with dazzling golden divine soil. Immortals and immortal beasts don't dare to approach. But Qin Yun is easily passing through the divine soil and carefully climbing up the divine mountain. At daybreak, Nangong Shuili went to find Nangong Shuru early in the morning to give a devil mirror to Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix took the devil mirror and did not dare to say anything. It only lowered its head, feeling very worried in its heart. Shueru, Song family Song Fengshan has arrived. Long family's Longing Hui is also here. Although they are both 9th level immortals, they will soon become upper immortals. Nangong Shuili's face is filled with gentle smile. She is still holding Nangong Shueru's hand. Nangong Shueru's expression is as cold as her white dress. She said in a dull voice, What are they doing here? Are they going to throw away their lives on the divine mountain? Nangong Shuili forced a smile and said, They're camping in the vicinity. They want to invite you. I won't go. Although Nangong Shueru's voice is calm, it is filled with faint coldness. Nangong Shuili did not say much about this matter. Instead, she said, Shueru, how about this? You invite that friend surnamed Qin to our camp. This way he will be safe. Otherwise, when the divine soil calms down, all kinds of powerful sun-variant beasts will rush down from the divine mountain. He will be in great danger. Chapter 1260. Sun God Fruit Nangong Shuili smiled and said, Shueru, you really care about this friend of yours. He is merely a half-immortal. Why do you value him so much? Could it be that he has something special about him? I think he's pretty good, Nangong Shueru directly said. In fact, she believes that she once knew Qin Yun because she has a very familiar feeling towards Qin Yun. Especially when she saw Star traveling pagoda for the first time, it was as if some memories from the depths of her soul were stirred up. It made her suddenly feel as if she had lost a very important memory, as if she had forgotten a very important person. Ever since she met Qin Yun, that feeling had been lingering in her heart, and she could not get rid of it. She longed to recall her lost memories, to remember the most important person, and to remember what had happened with that person. She often tried very hard to recall, but she couldn't, and she felt very frustrated. This feeling of losing important memories made her very sad, and even a little sad. Therefore, unknowingly, she had treated Qin Yun as that important person. Although she could not be sure, she did not have any ill feelings towards Qin Yun. Instead, she had an extremely good impression of him. Originally, she was very fond of smiling. However, because she had lost that memory, she had become depressed, and there was always a trace of melancholy in her heart. Nangong Shuili didn't ask any more questions. Instead, she shot a glare at Little Phoenix, as if warning it. Shueru, the divine land, should be able to stabilize very soon. At that time, we will be able to ascend the divine mountain. Nangong Shuili smiled and said, Rest well and ensure that you are in your best condition. I will leave first. Little Phoenix lowered its head after Nangong Shuili left. It is hesitating whether or not it should tell Nangong Shueru some things. Nangong Shueru saw that Little Phoenix has a heavy heart and softly asked, Little Phoenix, is something the matter? Sister Shueru, my demonic mirror is not damaged. Little Phoenix threw caution to the wind because she is worried that Nangong Shuili will kill Qin Yun. She looked at the magic mirror in her hand and said, That woman stole my magic mirror. She's finally returned it to me. Nangong Shuru immediately thought of something and said in a cold voice, "Continue." Little Phoenix suddenly felt scared. It pursed its lips and didn't dare to continue. "Why did she steal your magic mirror? Tell me everything in detail." Nangong Shuru's cold voice contained a trace of anger. "She contacted young Master Qin through my demonic mirror. She might want to kill young Master Qin." Little Phoenix's eyes welled up with tears. "Sister Shuei-Ru, I'm not trying to sow discord between you and Nangong Shueli. I'm just telling the truth. I'm really worried that young Master Qin will be harmed by her." "Got it." The gentle light in Nangong Shuru's beautiful eyes suddenly disappeared, replaced by ice-cold, killing intent. Then, she recovered and became gentle and amiable. She didn't want to scare Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix was indeed scared out of its wits. "Little Phoenix, don't be scared. I am your sister Shuei-Ru, and you're my younger sister. I will not harm you. In the Nangong family, you are the only person I trust the most." Nangong Shuru gently smiled and caressed Little Phoenix's face. Little Phoenix nodded her head and shed tears of gratitude. She didn't tell Nangong Shuru that she was beaten because Nangong Shueru considers her as her younger sister. This is the greatest comfort to her. She is very satisfied and very happy. She took out her devil mirror and tried to contact Qin Yun, but discovered that she couldn't. This caused her face to become deathly pale. "What happened?" Nangong Shuru saw that Little Phoenix's expression is not good and asked, "I can't contact young Master Qin. Could he have met with some mishap?" Little Phoenix said very anxiously, "You really can't contact him?" Nangong Shueru asked again. "I can send messages to young Master Qin's devil mirror, but I don't know why. It is not working well." Little Phoenix fiddled with the devil mirror and said, "Maybe there's a problem with young Master Qin's devil mirror. You continue to contact him. I will go ask Nangong Shueli." Nangong Shuru's eyes flashed with cold light. "Sister Shuru, if you go find her, she might cause trouble for me in the future." Little Phoenix is somewhat worried. "Rest assured, if she comes looking for you again, no matter who she is, she will die." Nangong Shuru finished speaking and left the small pavilion. Qin Yun is carefully walking on the mountain path. He is exploring the Divine Mountain. The reason why Little Phoenix can't send messages to him is because of the Divine Mountain. Now, only he can climb the Divine Mountain. Many people are using telescope tools to observe the Divine Mountain from a distance. At night, they suddenly saw a very special tree that is a kilometer above the Divine Mountain. This tree is very tall and very big. Its trunk is more than 10 meters thick. It is about 200 meters tall and is slanted into the mountain. What is special about this tree is that there are many tigers coiled around it, and it is also emitting golden light. Nangong Shueru was just about to go find Nangong Shueli when she learned about this. She immediately flew to the sky and took out a telescope tool to observe the tree. The tree is growing very fast, its branches and leaves are growing very fast, and its trunk is becoming thicker and thicker. It is overflowing with faint multicolored light. What is even more frightening is that at first there were only tiger carvings on the tree, but as the tree grew thicker, the tiger carvings became more and more obvious. Roar! More than 10 tiger carvings on the tree suddenly let out a burst of roar. The tiger roar came from the Divine Mountain and shocked everyone. A tiger has actually grown out of the tree. Moreover, it is a very strong tiger. What is even more frightening is that the tiger on the tree suddenly broke through the bark and ran out, then rushed into the forest and disappeared without a trace. The most eye-catching thing is that there is a fist-sized hole on the tree trunk and a fruit is slowly coming out of it. Clearly, it is a divine fruit. The news of a powerful tiger growing out of a tree on the Divine Mountain, as well as a divine fruit, has spread through the Devil Mirror very quickly. There are not many people who can climb the Divine Mountain to explore. Moreover, after climbing the Divine Mountain, people cannot use the Devil Mirror to communicate with the outside world. Therefore, the people of Immortal Desolate are not very clear about what is happening on the Divine Mountain. Qin Yun heard the tiger roar from inside the Divine Mountain and immediately rushed over. Hoo-hoo-hoo! When Qin Yun rushed over, he suddenly sensed a burst of gale attack. He saw 10 tigers land beside him and let out low and deep roar. Qin Yun promptly took out the ninth heaven mysterious king saber and looked at the tigers nearby. He is secretly astonished. These 10 tigers are releasing a faint divine power. Although they are immortal beasts, their strength is very strong. Roar! The leading tiger let out a roar and started running away. It is unknown where it is going. Qin Yun looked at the 10 tigers leaving and said in his heart, "They did not attack me. Why is that?" Xiao Yun, quickly go ahead and take a look. The life aura of the tigers is very pure. They should have just been born. Maybe there is something in front that gave birth to these tigers. Ling Yuner said, "I will go now." Qin Yun very carefully ran over. There are many lush trees on the Divine Mountain. Their branches and leaves are very thick. Qin Yun is running inside the mountain. Even if he is using a distance observation tool, he will not be able to see him. Not long after, Qin Yun finally saw that tree. This tree is taller than the other trees, and it grows at a slanted angle. The dazzling golden fruit on the tree trunk is very dazzling. Even if one does not use a distance observation tool to look, one can still see the flickering multicolored light in the distance. It is like a star in the dark night. Qin Yun, who is under the tree, naturally also saw the dazzling golden fruit. However, he did not dare to casually go up to take it before he figured out the situation. Suddenly, many weak sounds came from all around. "There are many beasts approaching." Ling Yuner said, "Why are there so many beasts on this divine mountain?" "I don't know. Maybe when the Sun Divine Stone fell, many beasts in the vicinity were sucked up." Qin Yun promptly took out the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. The Devil Star Tyrant Dragon rushed up and used one of its dragon claws to grab the dazzling golden fruit on the tree trunk. When the people in the distance saw this scene, they all cried out in pain. That must be a divine fruit. It was actually taken away by this 3-headed, 6-armed monster. What the hell is that thing? It looks very scary. 3 dragon heads, 2 pairs of dragon claws, a pair of mantis blades, and a dragon tail. This must be a dragon monster with a very strong dragon bloodline inheritance. When we climb the Divine Mountain, we must be careful. Qin Yun saw that the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon had succeeded and immediately retrieved it. Run. After Qin Yun obtained the mysterious fruit, he leaped up and fled. Roar, roar, roar. The nearby beasts all roared in anger. They originally thought that the weak human would not dare to go and take the divine fruit, because once it was taken, it would be difficult for them to escape. However, Qin Yun actually sent out the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon, a puppet. This caused many beasts to not expect it. After Qin Yun concealed his aura, he directly rushed down the mountain. The Divine Mountain is very tall and very large. He only reached 1,000 meters high, and he already encountered a group of extremely powerful beasts. If he continued to go up and encountered even stronger beasts, he would be dead for sure. Let's become stronger first. Qin Yun climbed the mountain this time and gained a new understanding of the situation on the Divine Mountain. I didn't sense the mountain spirit this time. I don't know what's going on. Ling Yuner is somewhat disappointed and sighed. I'll come again next time, Qin Yun said with a smile. This time, his harvest is quite abundant. After going down a mountain, he very easily passed through the divine soil region. Because he became transparent, no one in the vicinity can see him. Qin Yun left the divine mountain and returned to the forest. At this time, he sensed the magic mirror trembling and hastily took it out. It is the little black donkey contacting him. Little Black, what's the matter? Qin Yun asked. Little mortal, did you just wake up after crossing the heaven-defying tribulation? The Sun Divine Stone on your side gave birth to a Sun Immortal Beast. Moreover, there's also a Sun Divine Fruit. Didn't you see the crazy news on a magic mirror? The little black donkey's voice came through. It seems very anxious. What's the use of that Sun Divine Fruit? Qin Yun already obtained the Sun Divine Fruit. He was worried that the little black donkey would return, so he did not tell it. Chapter 1261. Longhu Sacred Mountain. Qin Yun laughed in his heart, because that dragon monster is the Devil Star Tyrant Dragon. Little Black, how's the situation on your side? Asked Qin Yun. I'm still on my way. It's really far from Xuanhuan to Desolate Earth. The little black donkey scolded. I even met a bunch of idiots on the way, calling me a donkey. They really don't know the meaning of death. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Remember to pay attention to all kinds of crazy news in a magic mirror. After Qin Yun disconnected from the little black donkey, he fiddled with the magic mirror. He is secretly alarmed because his Devil Star Tyrant Dragon has been exposed. He also doesn't know whose equipment is so good. It actually took a picture of the Devil Star T-Rex from far away and sent it to the magic mirror. Later, he also learned about the Sun Divine Fruit. The Sun God Fruit was condensed from the Sun God's power. Usually, it was given to a fated person or beast. Through the news that was spreading like wildfire on the magic mirror, he learned that the tiger born from the tree was the Sun Immortal Beast. Those 10 tigers were as big as ordinary tigers. They were definitely powerful enough to intimidate the other beasts on the Divine Mountain. The extreme Yang Celestial Beast did not eat the Divine Fruit. This made many people confused. Qin Yun also learned that the Sun Divine Fruit is rather rare. Furthermore, it has different grades. If a powerful person ate a low-grade Sun God Fruit, it would not be of any help. There was also news of the Sun God Fruit appearing in various places, all of which were obtained by beasts. Some beasts immediately became very powerful after eating it. Qin Yun couldn't wait to taste it. Suddenly, the words Little Phoenix appeared on the magic mirror. Qin Yun quickly picked up the call. Young Master Qin, I am Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix is very happy to have finally contacted Qin Yun. Little Phoenix, did that woman return the magic mirror to you? Qin Yun asked. Yes. Did she send someone to kill you? Little Phoenix asked. This no. Qin Yun said. Did you tell Shui Ru about you being beaten up? I didn't tell Sister Shui Ru. I just told her that Nangong Shuili might want to kill you. Little Phoenix said, Sister Shuru told me to contact you and invite you over. I won't go for now. I am safer. Qin Yun said. He knew that Nangong Shuiru was truly worried about him. However, before he had enough power, he did not want to get too close to Nangong Shuili. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for him to not be able to kill Nangong Shuili after seeing her. There was also Long Tianren. He already knew that Nangong Shuili was Long Tianren's wife. Long Tianren is from the Long family. Previously, when immortal dragon blood came, Qin Yun guessed that he was nurtured by the Long family. Then you must be careful, Little Phoenix reminded. Got it. After saying goodbye to Little Phoenix, Qin Yun used Mysterious Penetration Divine Ability to enter the ground and took out Star Traveling Pagoda. He entered Star Traveling Pagoda and took out the dazzling and golden Sun God Fruit. Eat it directly? It should be very delicious. Qin Yun licked his lips and took a few big bites. He bit more than half of the Sun God Fruit, but he wanted to spit it out because it was just too bitter. Even though it was very bitter, he could not spit it out. He could only continue to eat with tears in his eyes. This was an extremely precious Sun God Fruit, so no matter how bitter it was, he had to bite the bullet and eat it. Qin Yun's face is wrinkling from the bitterness. It looks like a bitter gourd. I'm dying of bitterness. Qin Yun finished eating the Sun God Fruit, but his eyes are still unable to open due to the bitterness. What caused him to be the most depressed is that his stomach is in great pain. If it was the pain of his body being tortured, he would not be afraid at all. Back then, he had to endure all kind of pain to pass through the Immortal Gate. And now his stomach is in great pain. He has a feeling that he is about to vent out. Motherfucker, could it be that the Sun God Fruit can't be eaten directly? Qin Yun can only feel that his tongue is numb from the bitterness and his stomach is still in great pain. It is still churning and churning. He can only helplessly take out a tool and sit on it. What is even worse is that he suddenly has a feeling of wanting to vomit. He would rather pass through the Immortal Gate than face this feeling of vomiting and diarrhea. Luckily, he did not vomit. He can endure. But his lower body is unable to endure. It is like a dam collapsing, crashing, Luckily, the sun god fruit is still useful. Nether Sun is absorbing a very strong energy from it, and that energy is continuously coming out from every part of his body. After Nether Sun absorbs it, it can quickly refine that energy. Qin Yin took out the devil mirror and contacted the little black donkey. Little Black, how do I use the sun god fruit? Qin Yin asked. You obtained the sun god fruit. The little black donkey very anxiously shouted. I ate it, Qin Yin said with some embarrassment. I saw that it was very tasty, so I couldn't help but eat it. You bastard. You actually ate it alone. You said you would leave half for me. The little black donkey grumbled in a very unbearable manner. Wretched bastard, I thought of you as a friend, but you actually secretly ate the sun god fruit behind my back. Oomph. You said you would let me study the Xianwu totem, but you just slipped away. Qin Yin very unhappily said. He is still brooding over this matter. Let's not talk about this. Is the sun god fruit delicious? This is the legendary sun god fruit. It might not be of much use to me, but I just want to eat it. The little black donkey very curiously asked. From its voice, it can be heard that it is extremely hungry. Qin Yin thought for a moment and said, It's very delicious. It's sweet and delicious. There's a faint fragrance in the mouth. It's very memorable. After eating it, I feel like I'm floating in the air. This is the most comfortable peak enjoyment I've ever experienced. Little Black, if you obtain the sun god fruit, remember to leave half for me. Don't worry, I am a very kind person. I will definitely leave half for you. The little black donkey finished speaking and cut off the connection. Then it cursed, Dream on. I will leave fart for you. The sun god fruit is so small, it's not even enough for 2 mouthfuls. How can I share such a delicious thing with others? Qin Yin also knows that the little black donkey will not share half of the sun god fruit with him. So he fabricated the feeling of eating the sun god fruit. But the real feeling is incomparably terrible. This guy, Little Black, doesn't know how powerful the sun god fruit is. Otherwise, I wouldn't be so miserable. Qin Yin is about to collapse from being tormented. Maybe the sun god fruit needs to be eaten with other things? Ling Yin giggled and said, Little Yin, next time you get the sun god fruit, will you eat it or not? That depends on the effect. If the improvement is very fast, there is no harm in pulling it again. Qin Yin said with a bitter smile. Daybreak. Qin Yin doesn't know how he survived the night. Although he didn't sleep, he felt that he had experienced a nightmare while awake. He laid on the ground in exhaustion, and his mouth is still very bitter. He felt that he might lose his sense of taste. Is the after effect coming? Qin Yin suddenly felt that the nether sun is spinning very quickly, as if it is refining the power of the sun god fruit. That energy suddenly erupted, causing Qin Yin's weak body to quickly recover. Qin Yin also realized that the things he expelled before are all kinds of impurities in his body. His method of cultivating saint body is very extreme. It is inevitable that a lot of impurities will enter his blood. After eating the sun god fruit, those impurities will be washed out, and the energy of his saint body will become even purer. The sun god fruit's power that nether sun devoured finally reacted. It frantically released and flowed through his body, scouring his veins and producing even stronger immortal power. Gradually, he sensed a new formidable immortal power appearing inside the nether sun. The second immortal power appeared. It means that he is now second-level immortal. This is not the end, because the sun god fruit's power inside the nether sun is still unceasingly being released and flowing through his formidable saint body. Through the saint body, it complemented each other and transformed into formidable immortal power. After the first immortal power reached its limit, it stopped increasing and began condensing the second immortal power. Now, Qin Yun's second immortal power has also reached its limit and condensed the third immortal power. This kind of breakthrough speed caused Qin Yun to be wild with joy. Previously, he was unable to understand why so many immortals could advance by leaps and bounds after the sun's mutation. Now he finally understood. After eating the sun god fruit, his advancement speed became even more terrifying. The third immortal power condensed for a period of time, but was unable to continue increasing and finally stopped. Sun God fruit is truly a good thing. Qin Yun exclaimed in admiration in his heart. Xiao Yun, next time you eat it, release a formidable flame inside your body and use it to purify the impurities. You won't have to strenuously defecate, Ling Yuner said with smile. She is now very clear about the characteristics of the sun god fruit. Qin Yun took a bath and ate some sweet immortal bee jade jelly. His mouth is no longer that bitter. He promptly took out the devil mirror and began searching for information about this divine mountain. No new sun god fruit has appeared, but some people named this mountain Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. The main reason is that the tree gave birth to 10 tigers, and the one who obtained the sun god fruit was a dragon monster. So people named this mountain Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. There must be even more sun god fruits on the Divine Mountain, or some other things. It is just that nobody has discovered them yet. Qin Yun changed into black bee skin clothes, stored away the star-traveling pagoda, and rushed towards the Divine Mountain again. If he can find a few more sun god fruits, he might be able to become upper immortal. While rushing towards the Divine Mountain, Qin Yun suddenly sensed a burst of gale appearing in front of him. He promptly hid behind a large tree. It is a sandstorm. The golden bright and dazzling sandstorm is filled with dense divine power and enveloped the forest in the vicinity of the Divine Mountain. Many immortals and immortal beasts in the vicinity of the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain burst into cheers, because the divine soil has finally been blown away by the mysterious gale. The divine soil, accompanied by the mysterious gale, enveloped the forest in the vicinity and spread to various places through the large river. This is not good. Many people are about to reach the Divine Mountain. Qin Yun did not continue to hide from the divine soil. He directly rushed towards the gale. He wants to be at the forefront. He is not the only one thinking this way. Many formidable upper immortals are also thinking this way. Even Nangong Shiru and the others are rushing towards the Divine Mountain. Qin Yun used mysterious penetration divine ability and wind shelter talisman, so he can easily pass through the sandstorm. Then he climbed the Divine Mountain. Roar, roar. Suddenly a burst of tiger roar echoed. This deep roar is filled with might and power, accompanied by the shock wave of the sandstorm. It caused many immortals and immortal beasts who want to climb the mountain to become alarmed. Chapter 1262. Mystic Tiger, King. The news that the Longhu Mystic Mountain was finally unsealed soon spread like wildfire, causing many people nearby to make their way to the mountain. As the Longhu Mystic Mountain had experienced a heaven-defying tribulation in the past, it attracted a lot of attention. According to statistics, Longhu Divine Mountain was one of the largest August immortal mountains in Dust Province. The so-called Ascendant Immortal Tier was a divine mountain that only Ascendant Immortals were allowed to enter. Even though no exalted immortals had ascended the Longhu Mystic Mountain, some abstruse immortals who passed by could sense that abstruse immortals were unable to ascend the mountain. After entering the Divine Mountain, the magic mirror would lose its effect. Immortal Emperor Demonic Mirror also gave an explanation, saying that there was a mysterious power inside the Sun Godstone that could affect spatial ripples. The magic mirror, which relied heavily on spatial transmission, was disrupted on the Divine Mountain. As a result, the situation inside the Divine Mountain could not be transmitted immediately. Qin Yun was the first to ascend the Divine Mountain. He had entered twice and reaped great rewards. This time, he didn't know if it would be as smooth as before. The Longhu Divine Mountain is very big. At this moment, many people are rushing up from all directions. The immortal beasts on the Divine Mountain are letting out bestial roars, trying to scare away the people and immortal beasts. Qin Yun concealed himself, but he still felt somewhat apprehensive. One after another, powerful immortal beasts ferociously leaped down from above. The immortal beasts and immortals that charged up from the foot of the mountain were also very strong. Qin Yun is very worried about Nangong Shiru. He doesn't know where she is. He can only hope that she is safe and sound. Xiao Yun, quickly rush to the highest peak. There must be something hidden up there, Ling Yuner said. Just as Qin Yun was rushing up, a roar suddenly came from the top of the mountain. That was the roar of a tiger. Everyone and the immortal beasts immediately thought of the sun immortal beasts from before, which were the 10 tigers. At the foot of the mountain, there were sounds of intense fighting. But as the tiger roar reverberated, the immortals and immortal beasts all stopped fighting. The descent of the sacred mountain is not for you to kill each other. The hoarse voice was filled with might, like a gust of wind, rolling down from the peak of the mountain, shocking everyone. Based on its aura, many exalted immortals could confirm that the tiger who spoke was a profound immortal beast. Profound immortal beasts were as strong as profound immortals, but they were far stronger than exalted immortals. Moreover, mystic immortal beasts and mystic immortal beasts were not allowed to enter the Mount Longhu. In other words, this tiger was the strongest existence on Longhu Mystic Mountain. This was the strongest king of the Longhu Mystic Mountain. If anyone continues to fight, I will kill them. After saying that, the tiger roared again, causing the immortals and immortal beasts to not dare to fight, as they were worried that they would be killed. Both humans and beasts can create their own cave abodes in the divine mountains and use the divine power released by the divine mountains to cultivate. Then, they can comprehend the path of cultivation on their own. If you want to fight, please leave the divine mountain. If someone starts to fight on the divine mountain, then they will be fighting against me, the mysterious Tiger King. The voice coming from the mountain peak caused everyone to cry out in alarm, but at the same time, they also felt a lot more at ease. At least, the mystic Tiger King didn't chase them off the divine mountain. The divine power released by the divine mountains could indeed strengthen one's soul and physical body. However, regardless of whether it was humans or beasts, they were all greedy. They all felt that there were sun god fruits within the divine mountains, so they wanted to seize them and take them for themselves. Mysterious Tiger King, what's going on with the sun god fruits? A formidable upper immortal beast asked. His voice is also very loud. It can even cover the entire Longhu Mystic Mountain. The sun god fruits are all at the mountain peak. If you have the guts, come and snatch them. The mysterious Tiger King's voice is filled with contempt. If you are not afraid of death, then come. Then what happened when sun god fruit was snatched away by a dragon monster? The person who asked this time is an upper immortal old man. That was a dragon monster's opportunity. The mystic Tiger King said, "This divine mountain is a high immortal level divine mountain. As long as humans and beasts with high immortal cultivation comprehend the Tao in the mountain, they can make the trees in the divine mountain condense their own sun god fruit. Only you can obtain the sun god fruit that belongs to you." Qin Yun is stunned. He thought that the Longhu Mystic Mountain is filled with sun god fruits. He doesn't know if the other divine mountains have the same situation. Everyone is very disappointed because they don't know when they will be able to comprehend their own sun god fruit. Is it the same for other divine mountains? Someone asked. Some are, some aren't. Every divine mountain was very different from each other. I am the king of this divine mountain. I am the king of this divine mountain. I am responsible for maintaining order and peace here. Humans and beasts who comprehend Tao on this divine mountain have the opportunity to listen to my Tao preaching. I don't know about the situation of other divine mountains. I also don't want to know. In short, all the sun god stones that descend represent different Tao. Maybe after some sun god stones transform into a divine mountain, the divine mountain becomes a masterless mountain. Humans and beasts can go up there and become kings, or even seize the divine tree at the mountain peak. Mystic Tiger King's words caused many humans and beasts to secretly curse. Because the divine mountain they're looking forward to already has a king, it means that they can no longer be the hegemon of this divine mountain. Qin Yun continued rushing towards the divine mountain. Mystic Tiger King said again, "Since everyone is here for the sun god fruit, I will give you a chance. Whoever reaches the summit first, I will give him a sun god fruit." Just as he finished speaking, A burst of cheers and clamorous running sounds erupted from the foot of the divine mountain. Originally, many humans and beasts wanted to directly fly up, but they discovered that after floating in the air, their speed is limited. It is not as fast as climbing the mountain, so they can only obediently climb the mountain. Qin Yin is secretly happy. He feels that he should be at the very front. Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain indeed had many powerful beasts before, but they could only go up to a certain height and didn't dare to go up anymore. Now, Qin Yin has long since surpassed that height. Among the upper immortals, the fastest is Long Tianren. He is laughing loudly as he rushed forward. It is unknown how he can be so fast, but this caused many immortal beasts and immortals to be incomparably envious. If Mystic Tiger King was not watching from the summit, they would have already attacked and been beaten down by Long Tianren. Along the way, Qin Yun did not encounter any danger. This mountain is indeed very peaceful. There are no other dangerous things. Moreover, it is filled with dense divine power aura. Qin Yin very quickly reached the summit. There's a flat stone on the summit. There's a kind of natural rune in the middle of the stone. Those runes seem to have come out from the stone and condensed into a few meters tall tree. Many profound and complex light golden runes can still be seen on the surface of the tree's bark. Even the palm-sized leaves on the tree have many flickering light golden runes. Under the tree, there is a golden tiger sitting. This is Mystic Tiger King. Tigers were originally very ferocious and frightening, but this tiger's eyes revealed a hint of benevolence and gentleness. It made people feel like he was a benevolent elder, but the might he exuded was constantly reminding Qin Yun that this was a very powerful Xian immortal beast that could kill him with a single swipe of its claws. Qin Yun said with a smile, "I should be the first to arrive here, right?" "That's right. You can pluck a divine fruit." Mystic Tiger King said with a smile. Qin Yun can see that there are more than 10 dazzling golden fruits on the divine tree. They're the same as the ones he ate before. "Many thanks, Mystic Tiger King." Qin Yun jumped up and gently plucked a fruit. He held it in his hand and sensed that the energy aura inside is even stronger than the one before. Someone has arrived. Qin Yun hastily took out a mask to avoid being recognized. The person who arrived is a tall and handsome large man. It is Long Tianren. His face was originally filled with smile, but when he saw a person, his smile immediately disappeared. What caused him to feel even more stifled is that he can only sense 3 immortal power aura from this person's body. He is only a 3rd layer immortal. A 3rd layer immortal can actually reach the summit so early. This caused Long Tianren to feel that there is something shady going on. Seeing that Mystic Tiger King is here, Long Tianren doesn't dare to say anything. At this time, another person arrived. It is a beautiful woman wearing snow-white clothes. She has a gentle and beautiful appearance. She is precisely Nangong Shuru. Nangong Shuru saw that 2 people have already arrived. She lightly sighed and said, "It seems like I don't have this kind of opportunity, but to be able to come up and see the divine tree is an eye-opener." Mystic Tiger King said with a smile, "The man who arrived first has already obtained a divine fruit. The woman who arrived first has not obtained one. Young lady, you can pluck an immortal fruit." Nangong Shueru's face is filled with joy. She promptly thanked Mystic Tiger King. Long Tianren's eyes are wide open. He really wishes that he was a woman. This is also the first time he has the thought of being a woman. If he was a woman, he would also be able to obtain a divine fruit. Suddenly, a blue-haired ape rushed up. This is a high immortal beast. He saw that there are only a few humans here and is very disappointed. However, since he was the first to arrive, he can also obtain a divine fruit. The blue-haired ape very happily thanked Mystic Tiger King. Later, the female immortal beast who arrived first also obtained a divine fruit. These immortal beasts can take human form. They can use their true body to erupt with their strongest power. Senior Mystic Tiger King, how do we properly consume these divine fruits? The blue-haired ape asked. You all comprehend it yourselves. Mystic Tiger King finished speaking and walked towards the divine tree. His body merged with it. This caused all the humans and beasts on the summit to be very startled. More and more people arrived at the summit. Nangong Shuili also arrived. She heard that Long Tianren did not obtain a divine fruit and became very disappointed. Seeing Nangong Shuru obtain a divine fruit, she felt very jealous in her heart. "Friend, sell your divine fruit to me." Long Tianren looked at Qin Yun and asked. "Not selling. Although Qin Yun doesn't have immortal jade beads, he is an inscription master. He can earn some later, and this divine fruit is very precious." Long Tianren furiously groaned and said, "Let's go. Let's go to other divine mountains." After Nangong Shuru obtained the divine fruit, she immediately rushed down the mountain. Clearly, she wants to go to other divine mountains to obtain divine fruits. There are many divine mountains. It means that the chances of obtaining divine fruits are very high. Only a few people with low cultivation stayed at Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain to comprehend Tao. Everyone else is very restless and left the mountain one after another. Only Qin Yun is left at the summit. Mystic Tiger King came out of the divine tree and said to Qin Yun, "Heaven-defying person, are you still not leaving?" Chapter 1263. Divine inscriptions comprehending the Tao. Qin Yun encountered the 10 tigers before, and the Xian Tiger King in front of him is not one of them. "Senior Mystic Tiger King, how do you know that I have crossed the heaven-defying tribulation?" Qin Yun asked. "You entered the divine mountain, used the divine mountain's power to condense runes, and then refine the tribulation bringer talisman." Mysterious Tiger King smiled slightly. "Is that right?" Qin Yun suddenly thought that this Xian Tiger King is most likely mountain spirit. He said with smile, "Many thanks for Senior's help." "It's nothing." The Mystic Tiger King smiled and said, "To be able to meet a heaven-defying person is also a kind of opportunity for me." Then, "Senior, can you give me a few more divine fruits?" Qin Yun said with a thick-skinned smile as he looked at the divine fruits on the divine tree. "I've already given you one. If you eat the one in your hand, you can also break through quickly." Mysterious Tiger King laughed. "Young man, don't be too greedy. The divine fruits on the divine tree are indeed very enviable." Qin Yun looked at the divine fruits and said with a chuckle, "Senior, other than the divine fruits, is there anything else special on this divine mountain?" The Mystic Tiger King walked back and forth a few steps and shook his head. "There's nothing special. Actually, I'm not too sure either. I am a spirit born from this divine sunstone. Because of your heaven-defying tribulation, I awakened my Tao heart and turned into a tiger. In short, the fact that I can appear here should be considered a special situation. In other words, the other divine mountains have many divine fruits that can be plucked freely?" asked Qin Yun. "Yes." Black Tiger King nodded and said, "I only want my divine mountain to be peaceful, and I also want to pass on the Tao." The divine fruit on this tree was only useful after eating the first one. Eating the second one wouldn't have much of an effect. That's why I plan to leave someone else alive. Qin Yun understood that the Mystic Tiger King wanted to establish a sect. Mystic Tiger King said again, "Little brother, you must have something on you. That's why you can affect me and let me suddenly comprehend many things." Qin Yun was extremely surprised. He said with a frown, "Really? Why didn't I notice?" In short, the reason why I can transform into a tiger and have such a deep comprehension of the heavenly Tao is mainly because you refine the tribulation bringer talisman on the divine mountain. Mysterious Tiger King said very seriously, "When you were making the tribulation bringer talisman, I started to have some comprehension. After you passed the heaven-defying tribulation, I successfully comprehended the Tao and cultivated a body of flesh and blood." Qin Yun never expected that he would be able to produce such an effect. After carefully thinking about it, he suddenly recalled the heavenly Tao Divine rune he obtained before. The heavenly Tao Divine rune was once at the bottom of a sacred lake. Hence, it caused the people beside the sacred lake to have a sudden increase in their comprehension ability. when he was inscribing the Calamity Bringer talisman, he had indeed entered a miraculous state. It was highly possible that the mysterious power of the heavenly Tao Divine rune had leaked out. At that time, even he himself did not realize it. Little brother, the best you can do to cultivate on my mountain is to become an exalted immortal. It is not suitable for you to stay for long. Mystic Tiger King said. He also has some respect for Qin Yun because he knows that Qin Yun's body is hiding something strange. Qin Yun nodded and said, I will first go down the mountain to take care of some matters. After I am done, I will come back to seek guidance from Senior. I will send you off. After Mystic Tiger King finished speaking, a spatial fluctuation suddenly appeared around Qin Yun. Qin Yun's eyes flashed as he was sent flying by the fluctuation and landed in the forest outside the Divine Mountain. Well done. Qin Yun laughed, then took out the Devil Mirror and contacted Little Phoenix. Every time Little Phoenix talked to Qin Yun, she feels very happy because Qin Yun is very polite to her. Young Master Qin, what's the matter? Little Phoenix sweetly asked. Little Phoenix, I want to contact Shueru. Is she here? Qin Yun asked. Sister Shueru is about to enter seclusion. Little Phoenix said with some difficulty. Wait until she comes out. I will immediately inform Sister Shueru. Is there something urgent you need from Sister Shueru? Qin Yun is startled. He originally wanted to contact Nangong Shueru and tell her what she needs to pay attention to after eating the divine fruit. Something very urgent, Qin Yun hastily said. Little Phoenix is worried that Qin Yun has been murdered, so she hastily knocked on Nangong Shuru's door. After Nangong Shuru opened the door, she asked, Little Phoenix, what's the matter? I want to enter seclusion. Young Master Qin is looking for you. Little Phoenix handed over the Devil Mirror to Nangong Shuru. Nangong Shuru took the Devil Mirror and closed the door. Qin Yun promptly said, Shuru, did you eat the divine fruit? Nangong Shuru has obtained the divine fruit. It is widely spread on the Devil Mirror. Reportedly, she is the first human to have obtained the Sun Divine Fruit. I am preparing to eat it. What's wrong? Nangong Shuru asked. After you eat it, you must pay attention to controlling the impurities that come out of your body. It would be best if you find a way to expel it through your skin or purify it inside your body. Otherwise, if it accumulates too much, you will have diarrhea. Qin Yun said, Xiao Yun, did you eat the divine fruit? I searched on the Devil Mirror and found a person called Great God Xian Wu. He said that the divine fruit is very delicious and that after eating it, I would feel very good. Nangong Shueru doubtfully said, Great God Xian Wu is the name of the little black donkey on the Devil Mirror. Qin Yun lied to the little black donkey. So far, not many humans have eaten the divine fruit. The beasts that have eaten the divine fruit do not use the Devil Mirror, so there is not much information about the divine fruit. The little black donkey has changed his name to Great God Xian Wu. He has published many news about the heaven-defying tribulation, so his information is very reliable. Don't be fooled by that guy. The divine fruit is very bitter. You must be careful when eating it. Shueru, trust me, Qin Yun said. Nangong Shuru lightly responded and asked, Have you eaten the divine fruit? I have. It is very bitter, and I had diarrhea for the whole night. Qin Yun said with bitter smile. I know. I will deal with it. Thank you for the reminder. Are you feeling better now? Nangong Shueru said with smile. Much better, Qin Yun said with smile. Nangong Shuru did not ask how Qin Yun obtained the divine fruit, because she feels that Qin Yun is very mysterious and must have his own methods. Qin Yun finally felt relieved after cutting off communication with Nangong Shueru. At this time, the little black donkey contacted Qin Yun. Little mortal, aren't you a dragon tiger divine mountain? 2 humans had obtained the sun divine fruit. Why didn't you try to snatch it? The black donkey yelled, You piece of trash. You've missed the chance to obtain the divine fruit. Qin Yun had already obtained it, but he was wearing a mask. Even if he was photographed, no one would know who he was. Xiaohei, if you were here, you would definitely get a sun divine fruit. What a pity, Qin Yun said with smile. Of course. Just you wait and see. I'll be able to obtain even better divine fruits when I go to Earth Desolate. The black donkey replied, Many divine fruits condensed from the divine sunstone are well protected and very difficult to obtain. There's simply no such thing as a gift from the Longhu Mystic Mountain. The Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain is indeed very special. This is also because the mysterious Tiger King comprehended the heavenly Tao and found his own path. Many people came out to search for the Sun God Stone. They all posted on the magic mirror that it was very difficult to obtain the Sun God fruit. Some of the Sun Gods turned into divine mountains, some into lakes, some into deserts, some into seas of fire, and some into clouds floating in the sky. In short, the divine sunstone was becoming more and more changeable. It knew how to evolve itself. Everyone knows that there are definitely supreme treasures inside the Sun God Stone, but they are very difficult to obtain. Even if they obtained them, there would be some powerful beast that suddenly appeared. Suddenly, the magic mirror transmitted an astonishing piece of news. The super divine mountain on the moon has actually been captured by the Guanghan Palace. Through the magic mirror, Qin Yun can see the super divine mountain on the moon. It is a very large white mountain, several times larger than the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. The peak is enveloped by a white light. With a glance, one can tell that there are many precious divine fruits and treasures on the peak. As for what happened to the divine mountain later on, no one knows. Because everyone knows that the disciples of the Guanghan Palace don't use the magic mirror. The Moon God Mountain is also controlled by the Guanghan Palace. With a powerful immortal emperor overseeing it, no one dares to rashly approach. Qin Yin secretly sighed in his heart. He knows many women in the Guanghan Palace, but they have temporarily forgotten about him. I want to become stronger and walk on the moon. Qin Yun walked towards the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain to find a mysterious Tiger King. Just as he was about to climb the mountain, he suddenly sensed a group of people sneaking around. Qin Yun promptly concealed himself and approached them. Boss Tianren told us to stay here and wait for the masked man to come down the mountain. I wonder when he will come down. Who is the masked man? He is only a 3rd level immortal, yet he stole Boss Divine Fruit. I don't know. He is a very mysterious guy. Didn't Nangong Shueru obtain a divine fruit? Boss should have given her half. What do you know? Nangong Shueru's position in the Nangong family is much higher than Nangong Shueli's. Moreover, she is an inscription pill master. Who dares to give her half? Why? At the bottom of the mountain path on the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain, some people are hiding on a large tree and chatting. Qin Yun realized that these people were sent by Long Tianren. They are all 2nd or 3rd level immortals. Long Tianren's subordinates? Qin Yun put on his mask and walked over. Some of the people on the tree saw Qin Yun appear. They immediately jumped down. Some took out their magic mirror and informed Long Tianren. Masked man, hand over the divine fruit or you will die for sure. A tall and big man shouted at Qin Yun. We are Long family's Long Tianren's people. Our boss will give you a chance to curry favor with him. Qin Yun took out a cannon arrow and directly threw it. Xiao, xiao, xiao. The cannon arrow flew back and forth under Qin Yun's control. In just a few blinks, it pierced through the heads of more than 10 people. These 2nd or 3rd level immortals were instantly killed by Qin Yun in the blink of an eye. Their strength is simply not on the same level. Long Tianren found out that the masked man has been surrounded and very excitedly yelled, Shueli, that masked man has been surrounded by my little brothers. As expected of my number 1 elite team. Just as he finished speaking, his expression changed because the connection has been cut off. Nangong Shueli is also very happy, but seeing Long Tianren's expression, she hastily asked, what happened? They are all dead. They were all killed in an instant. Long Tianren's expression is gloomy. Shueli, didn't you say that Qin Yun was waiting for someone? We sent people to kill him one after another, but they were all killed very quickly. Chapter 1264. A dangerous killer Qin Yun took back the cannon arrow, looked at the corpses of those immortals, groaned in disdain, and rushed towards Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Long Tianren is still waiting for Nangong Shiru to eat the divine fruit and see how effective it is. He also wants to capture the masked man and snatch the divine fruit. He now has a lead on the masked man's whereabouts. Xueli, we must find that brat Qin Yun. So long as we capture him, we will be able to lure out the masked man. This masked man is definitely not a third-level immortal. He must be hiding his cultivation, otherwise he wouldn't have been able to catch up to me. Long Tianren said with grave expression. Shueru hinted to me not to touch Qin Yun. I don't even dare to touch that lowly slave little phoenix. Nangong Xueli is filled with bellyful of anger. Did Shueru really warn you? Long Tianren is somewhat amazed. He walked back and forth and said with certainty, Shuru must know the masked man. That is why she knows Qin Yun. That masked man is very strong. He can always kill our subordinates. Even Dragon Blood Immortal died in such a shady manner. Nangong Xueli gritted her teeth and said, That is just your speculation. Shueru is temperamental. We don't even know what kind of friend she makes. She is very good to that lowly slave little phoenix. You should know that little phoenix was only a half immortal before, but after following Shuru, it has reached 5th level immortal realm. Long Tianren coldly groaned and said, Little Phoenix is just Nangong Shueru's tool. I have seen many women like Nangong Shuru. They're all women who put profit above everything else. She wants to use that Qin Yun. We don't need to be afraid of her. We just need to act secretly. I have already sent people to keep an eye on Little Phoenix. No matter what, we must kill that bastard Qin Yun. I cannot let him live. I hate that bastard. I hate the way he talks to me. He is just a lowly half-immortal. Yet he wants to curry favor with Shueru. Moreover, he is so rude to me, a great immortal. Nangong Xueli tore her clothes and said in cold voice, Because of him, Shueru warned me not to look for Little Phoenix. Qin Yun returned to Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. This is Mystic Tiger King's territory. No one dares to approach. Qin Yun is very safe here. He said with smile, Senior, I am back. Little brother, eat the divine fruit here. After your cultivation breaks through, you can go to the other divine mountains. The mysterious Tiger King came out from the divine tree and said with a chuckle, I wanna. However, the other divine mountains aren't as safe as this place. Qin Yun shook his head and smiled. Even if I break through, I will have to face even stronger beasts and immortals in the other divine mountains. Mystic Tiger King shook his head and said, Little brother, what are you hiding on your body that can awaken the mountain spirit's Tao heart? Those mountain spirits will thank you. Of course, some of the mountain spirits might have already awakened their Taoist hearts. It's fine as long as we don't provoke them. Qin Yun and Ling Yun had previously discussed that the reason why the Mystic Tiger King was able to awaken his Tao heart was because of the heavenly Tao divine rune. What exactly is the so-called mountain spirit? Qin Yun was somewhat puzzled. Mystic Tiger King thought for a moment and said, It's the spirit inside the Sun Divine Stone. If you didn't let me awaken my Tao heart, the people or beasts that rushed to the top of the mountain would have devoured me and then controlled this divine mountain. We should be a kind of masterless spirit body that could be devoured by others. The sun has sent down so many Sun Divine Stones. These Sun Divine Stones all represent different Taos. The person who controls the Sun Divine Stone can impart the Tao and let more humans and beasts absorb the Sun Divine power in different ways. Qin Yun asked, You can impart the Tao, and you can also not impart it. In short, I feel that I can rely on this divine mountain to let more living beings cultivate and comprehend the Tao. Before the heavenly calamity descends, they can grasp a certain amount of strength and go to the starry sky to avoid the calamity. Mystic Tiger King said, This is the Tao heart I comprehended. Senior, is there a cave nearby? I want to eat that divine fruit. Some guys want to kill me. I need to quickly become stronger. Qin Yun said, Over there. Mystic Tiger King pointed at a tree that is more than 10 meters wide. There is a tree hole in the tree. After Qin Yin entered the tree hole also closed. Qin Yun, who is inside the tree hole, curiously looked around. The inside is completely green and white. It is filled with dense life force. It can clearly absorb the divine power of the divine mountain. He ate the divine fruit and began refining it. This time, he has experience. It is not as bad as last time. At least he won't have diarrhea, but his mouth is still very bitter. In just one day, Qin Yun refined the divine fruit and cultivated 2 more immortal power. He is now at the 5th level of immortal realm. This kind of speed is so fast that it makes him doubt his life. Even when he was a half-immortal, his breakthrough was not this fast. After Qin Yun came out of the tree hole, although his mouth is very bitter, he still wants to eat the divine fruit on the divine tree. Mystic Tiger King chuckled and said, "Little brother, this tree's divine fruit has no effect on you. You need to eat the divine fruit of other divine trees for it to have any effect. Senior, after eating 2 divine fruits, I can quickly reach the 5th level of immortal realm. It is truly inconceivable," Qin Yun said with some worry. "Don't worry, it is only fast at the immortal realm. Once you reach the upper immortal realm, it won't be that fast." Immortal realm mainly condenses immortal power. Because of the sun's mutation, the spiritual energy contains a faint divine power, so it can guide people to quickly condense immortal power. After eating the divine fruit, the speed of increase is even more obvious. Mystic Tiger King chuckled and said, "To be honest, when the Sun Godstone fell, I was only an immortal, but now I am a Xian immortal." Mystic Tiger King became stronger even faster. This made Qin Yun secretly sigh. "Little brother, if you want the divine fruit, you can also take a few." Mystic Tiger King is very grateful to Qin Yun. He was able to awaken his Tao heart, not be devoured by others, and become an unconventional existence. This is all thanks to Qin Yun. Qin Yun jumped up and took 3 divine fruits. "Senior, we will meet again if fate allows it," Qin Yun said with a smile. "We will meet again if fate allows it." Mystic Tiger King chuckled. "I will send you off." The divine mountain swayed, and Qin Yun arrived inside the forest, far away from the divine mountain. Qin Yun promptly took out the divine pagoda and entered it. "Little Black, take a look at what this is." Qin Yun used a magic mirror to take an image of a dazzling golden divine fruit and sent it to the little black donkey. "Little mortal, is this the divine fruit you got? How did you get it?" The little black donkey's voice is filled with incomparable excitement and agitation. "I picked it up," Qin Yun said with a smile. "Where are you? I will give you an entire divine fruit to eat." "Damn it, I'm still on the way to Desolate Land." The little black donkey is going crazy and constantly jumping up and down. He really wanted to go back and taste the divine fruit immediately, but he remembered that he has been on the road for many days. If he went back now, wouldn't it be a waste of time? Seeing the little black donkey's reaction, Qin Yun's heart blossomed with joy. "Little mortal, leave the divine fruit to me. I will come find you in a while." The little black donkey decisively ended the call to avoid being starved to death. Long Tianren and Nangong Shuili are in a luxurious carriage. Long Tianren suddenly received a message from his subordinates. "Boss, we found that pagoda." "Long Lei, you are a 6th level immortal and also my most capable subordinate. I called you over from far away to deal with that guy. You must not disappoint me." Long Tianren said to the magic mirror, "You must capture that little half-immortal Qin Yun alive." "Got it," Long Lei said. Nangong Shuili said with frown, "Tianren, even your 3rd-rank subordinate is here. Long Lei is currently the strongest expert under me." Long Tianren said, "Oh, what about 1st and 2nd? Nangong Shuili asked. "I went to other divine mountains to investigate. They're all dead." Long Tianren let out a long sigh and said, "I suffered disastrous losses this time, all to deal with that little half-immortal Qin Yun. Am I not the same?" Nangong Shuili said fiercely, "I must kill that guy. I have already told my elder sister about this matter and asked her to send reinforcements." Long Tianren pointed at Nangong Shuili and said with a smile, "You too, sisters. Do you really plan to use Wateroo as a cornucopia? Wateroo is not easy to control. We don't need to control Wateroo as long as people think that they can only get to know Wateroo through us sisters. It will be enough. Nangong Shuali craftily smiled. When the time comes, many people will naturally give us gifts. Qin Yun is very puzzled. He did not expect that just as he took out Star Traveling Pagoda, he would hear knocking on his door. He opened the door and saw a middle-aged man knocking on the door. "Are you Qin Yun?" Long Lei coldly asked. This is an ice-cold man with a dark expression. Long Lei is wearing black clothes. His face is filled with killing intent. As soon as Qin Yun saw him, he can tell that he is a very dangerous assassin. "I am Qin Yun, who are you?" Qin Yun asked. "Come out, follow me. Otherwise, I will make you wish you were dead." Long Lei's gloomy and cold voice is filled with killing intent. It is accompanied by a very arrogant tone. Because in his eyes, little half-immortals are like ants. Qin Yun has now broken through to 5th-level immortal realm. He wants to know how big the gap is between him and a 6th-level immortal realm assassin. So he walked out of Star Traveling Pagoda. As soon as he walked out, Long Lei's hand ferociously grabbed. It brought along a weak dragon roar. His 5 fingers turned into a black dragon head. It looks like he wants to tear Qin Yun's shoulder apart. The dragon head claw is filled with bitter, baleful aura and dense immortal power. It rippled all around and produced burst of gale. Qin Yun is secretly alarmed because Long Lei's strength is a bit stronger than he expected. He is also not careless. His body flashed and used flowing light extinction shadow step to evade. Long Lei thought that he would be able to tear off Qin Yun's arm and shoulder to show his strength. He did not expect that Qin Yun would be able to evade. Huh! Long Lei is alarmed. He turned around and saw a dreadful and mighty, huge lion claw, accompanied by astral thunder and lightning, shaking the earth, tearing apart the air, and ruthlessly swatting down. Long Lei is even more alarmed at his heart. Clearly, there are only 5 types of immortal power, but when they fuse together, they burst out with a mortal power that is not weaker than 7th-level immortal. Chapter 1265. Violent anger facing the might of the heavenly lion fighting Dragon Claw. An inexplicable fear welled up in Long Lei's heart. He instinctively unleashed his strongest power. His fists were like 2 dragons soaring into the sky as they charged upwards. With 2 loud sounds, he blocked the heavenly lion's fighting Dragon Claw. Roar! After Qin Yun's heavenly lion fighting Dragon Claw was shattered, his other palm rapidly pushed out. A sorrowful dragon roar resounded in all directions, bringing with it the ferocious might of a heavenly lion. It was like a huge wave, accompanied by a thunderous explosion. This was the heavenly lion's extinction dragon palm. Long Lei was even more alarmed in his heart. Facing such a terrifying extinction dragon's might, he, who possessed the dragon blood and dragon soul, was terrified to the extreme. That was because Qin Yun's cultivation technique was meant to restrain dragons. His dragon-slaying stance made it seem as though he had slaughtered countless raging dragons. This palm strike was like the mournful cries of 10,000 dragons, carrying with it the resentment and anger of 10,000 dragons after their deaths. Boom! Although Long Lei was terrified, he was still a 6th heaven immortal. Although he was frightened by the terrifying heavenly lion's extinction dragon palm, in order to save his life, he could only use all the strength in his body to meet this fatal palm. The 2 palms collided and the surrounding trees were shattered. The shattered branches and leaves were blown away by the shockwave like a violent storm. Long Lei was sent flying. His body was smashed into a huge tree trunk by a strong impact. Run! This was what Long Lei was thinking at this moment. The other party was only a 5th heaven immortal, but he was able to unleash such immense power through a terrifying martial art. He was definitely not someone he could deal with. If Long Lei had not experienced it himself, he would not have believed that a 5th heaven immortal could possess such terrifying strength. He, Long Lei, was a 6th heaven celestial. Even if he was facing a sixth heaven celestial disciple from a famous sect, he wouldn't be in such a sorry state. You are not Qin Yun. Who the hell are you? When Longley saw Qin Yun coming over, he suddenly broke through the tree trunk and dodged. Boom! The tree trunk was shattered by Qin Yun's palm. I am Qin Yun. Hasn't that grandson, Long Tianrun, been looking for me? Qin Yun's voice was calm, but it was filled with power. With a flash, he arrived behind Longley. Longley never expected Qin Yun's speed to be so much faster than his. Shua! Qin Yun's palm was like a wild saber as it ruthlessly chopped down. The surrounding ground cracked with a tremor. It was the six-style Wind Slayer's earth-splitting style. Longley was unable to dodge in time. One of his arms was chopped off by Qin Yun's hand blade, as if it had been forcefully torn apart. Qin Yun placed two fingers together and locked on a Longley. Crack! A crisp sound like a thunderclap. This was the piercing mountain finger. Longley's body was struck by the finger energy, and a large hole appeared in his body as he fell to the ground. Can't even take a single blow. Qin Yun flew over and pointed two fingers at Longley's head. He said coldly, "Are Long Tianren's subordinates all trash?" Longley was terrified. He knew that he was doomed. What he couldn't understand was how Long Tianren had provoked such an opponent. From Longley's point of view, Qin Yun was already so terrifying as a fifth firmament immortal. He definitely had an extraordinary background. Normally, Long Tianren wouldn't provoke such a stubborn person. Don't worry, I will reunite Long Tianren with you. Qin Yun's two fingers moved slightly. With a boom sound, Longley's body immediately exploded, shattered by the exploding heaven finger. Qin Yun lightly groaned. I didn't even use Heavenly Might Dao technique, and I already died. They always send this kind of trash to waste my time. Heavenly Might Dao technique is a very dreadful existence. Even in the Immortal Desolate, there aren't many people who can master this kind of Dao technique. Moreover, most of them are immortal kings and immortal emperors. Nangong Shuili and Long Tianren are both ascendant immortals. I need at least the strength of a ninth firmament immortal to kill them. Qin Yun's gaze is ice-cold as he looked at the distant dragon tiger, Divine Mountain. If he wants to become stronger quickly, he can only go to other divine mountains to find even stronger divine fruits. Xiao Yun, go to a Xian immortal divine mountain. Ling Yuner said, I don't necessarily have to go to a Xian immortal divine mountain. There are many ascendant immortal divine mountains and many powerful divine fruits. After eating them, I can quickly break through. All the good divine fruits in the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain have been eaten by the Mystic Tiger King. Qin Yun sighed, then took out the Devil Mirror and began searching the nearby divine mountains. Not long after the Mystic Tiger King was born, it became a Xian immortal beast. Clearly, it ate all the best divine fruits in the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Long Tianren is in his room. He is so angry that he smashed the table and chairs to pieces. He furiously roared. Long Lei is also dead. I, Long Tianren, am now a lone follower. The people my family sent to me and my own subordinates are all dead. This guy's surname Qin caused me to suffer such disastrous losses. Nangong Shuili's expression is also gloomy. She is somewhat afraid in her heart. Both husband and wife have never suffered such a big loss before. Who told you to have no ascendant immortals under you? Only immortals. Nangong Shuili grumbled. Unless I am a Xian immortal, which ascendant immortal would be willing to be my subordinate? Besides, I can't afford to raise ascendant immortal subordinates. Long Tianren is so angry that his entire body is trembling. He is constantly throwing things around. Nangong Shuili said, Go find some good divine fruits. Maybe you can become a Xian immortal. Long Tianren calmed down and said, Let's not worry about that guy for now. We will talk about it after we become stronger. But he will surely pester Shuiru. If news of Shuiru having dealings with a half-immortal gets out, my business will not be good. Nangong Shuili is very worried. Oof. If you want to deal with that guy, then do it yourself. I don't care. Long Tunrin cursed in low voice. I paid such a great price for that brat, yet I didn't even get a single hair. Nangong Shuali lightly groaned and said, My sister has already sent people to support me. They will arrive very soon. If my plan goes smoothly, don't even think about getting any benefits. My sister is also not willing to share with you. I paid so much. If you don't give me a share, just wait and see. Long Tonrin furiously shouted, kicked the broken things on the ground, and walked out of the carriage. Qin Yun contacted Little Phoenix and Nangong Shuaru. Xiao Yun, thank you. You allowed me to refine the divine fruit very smoothly. It was indeed a bit bitter at first, but I am not afraid. I have many pills on hand that will allow me to eat the divine fruit without feeling bitter or having diarrhea. Nangong Shuaru spoke up to hear and could not help but lightly laugh a few times. She asked, Xiao Yun, you must have felt very uncomfortable eating the divine fruit, right? Of course. Qin Yun laughed loudly and said, I almost forgot that you are an inscription pill master. If I had known earlier, I would have asked you first. Xiao Yun, where are you? I will send Little Phoenix to find you. I will give you some pills. Next time you eat the divine fruit, you won't feel bitter or have diarrhea. Nangong Shuaru's sweet voice sounded. Qin Yun is very gratified in his heart. Although Nangong Shuaru doesn't remember him, she still treats him the same as before. Are you not coming? Qin Yun asked. I am looking at a furnace of pills. I can't leave. Nangong Shuaru said in low voice, I am refining pills for you. Eating them will be very beneficial to you. Shuaru, thank you. Qin Yun very happily told Nangong Shuaru his current location. Nangong Shuaru returned the devil mirror to Little Phoenix and told her to contact Qin Yun at any time. She wants to confirm Qin Yun's location and ask him to come over. Little Phoenix very happily left the small pavilion and drove a carriage through the forest to find Qin Yun. Qin Yun is patiently waiting for Little Phoenix inside Star Traveling Pagoda. After Little Phoenix arrived, she hopped over and knocked on the door of Star Traveling Pagoda. Young Master Qin, I have come again. Little Phoenix giggled and yelled. Qin Yun opened the door and saw a lovely woman with long braided hair. Her face is brimming with cheerful, and sweet smile. Qin Yun is very happy to see this pure and innocent and lively young woman. But thinking about her cute face with two small dimples and how she was beaten up by Nangong Shuali, Qin Yun felt very distressed and also very angry. Little Phoenix was invited into Star Traveling Pagoda. She is very curious about this pagoda. She started looking all around with her large eyes. Little Phoenix, this is for you. Qin Yun took out a divine fruit and handed it over to Little Phoenix. The divine fruit was useless to Qin Yun, and he felt guilty towards Little Phoenix, so he had been trying to make it up to her. Nangong Shuaru is very good to Little Phoenix, so when she obtained the divine fruit, she let Little Phoenix take a look. Little Phoenix immediately recognized that this is a divine fruit. Young Master Qin, are you the masked man? Little Phoenix is very stunned and asked in amazement. Take it. Qin Yun grabbed Little Phoenix's hand and stuffed the divine fruit into her hand. Little Phoenix immediately became very flustered. She doesn't know what to do because this gift is truly too precious. Young Master Qin, I can't accept it. Give it to Sister Shuaru. Little Phoenix doesn't dare to accept it because she feels that only Nangong Shuaru is qualified to accept this kind of gift. Shuaru already ate one before. Eating a second one is useless. Qin Yun said with smile. Then what about young Master Qin? Little Phoenix naturally wants the divine fruit because after eating it, she will advance by leaps and bounds. I already ate it. Qin Yun took out 2 more divine fruits. This caused Little Phoenix to be completely dumbstruck. Qin Yun actually has so many divine fruits in his hand, and Long Tianren and other heavenly immortals can't even get a single one. Thank you, young Master Qin. Little Phoenix is so moved that she almost shed tears. She suddenly feels that Nangong Shuaru treating Qin Yun as a friend is not without reason. Because Qin Yun is the same as Nangong Shuaru, both of them are very good to her. After we return, Shuuru will guide you in eating and refining them. Let's go. Bring me to see Shuuru. Qin Yun said with smile. Little Phoenix stored the divine fruit and very happily left Star Traveling Pagoda. Qin Yun stored the Star Traveling Pagoda, making Little Phoenix realize that Star Traveling Pagoda is now Qin Yun's. Qin Yun is sitting inside the carriage. Little Phoenix is driving the carriage outside to find Nangong Shuuru. Not long after the car drove, Qin Yun, who was in the car, suddenly felt something approaching. Boom! The carriage has been hit by something. Qin Yun's body is burning hot. He is in extreme pain. His body has been torn apart by formidable energy. Very strong, immortal talisman tool. Qin Yun is extremely shocked and furious in his heart. He immediately locked onto Little Phoenix. He sensed that Little Phoenix's aura is very weak and her soul is about to leave her body. Qin Yun rushed out of the raging flame, picked up the charred Little Phoenix, then used mysterious penetration divine ability to quickly leave this place. At the same time, he stabilized Little Phoenix's soul and injuries. Boom! After Qin Yun left, a burst of explosion came from that place again. Someone is continuously attacking the carriage. This caused Qin Yun to immediately think of Long Tianren and Nangong Xueli. Qin Yun's fury soared to the sky. He rushed towards Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain while holding Little Phoenix. Little Phoenix's injuries are very serious. Her skin has been burnt black. There is not a single part of her body that is unharmed. Chapter 1266. Fury of Shuru. Qin Yun sensed a formidable power after entering Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. His eyes flashed, and he arrived below the divine tree. Xian Tiger King hastily said, "Little brother, I sense that your killing intent is very strong, so I brought you here. What's going on? Senior, help me save this little girl." Qin Yun placed Little Phoenix under the divine tree. He came to Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain to let Xian Tiger King heal Little Phoenix. It is also very safe here. Xian Tiger King's eyes are filled with grave expression as he said, "Her injuries are very serious." Suddenly, many tree vines dropped down from the tree and wrapped up Little Phoenix. "Can you cure her?" Qin Yun's injuries are not light. Many parts of his body have split open and are dripping with blood. "Yes, if you were a bit slower, it would have been too late." Xian Tiger King nodded. Qin Yun sat down on the ground and began healing his injuries. At the same time, he reported the situation to Xian Tiger King. Nangong Xueli is sitting inside a luxurious carriage. She is drinking tea and laughing loudly. As expected of Big Sister, she killed that little half-immortal in one move. Opposite of Nangong Xueli, there's a graceful and elegant, mature, beautiful woman. Her appearance is somewhat similar to Nangong Xueli. She is Nangong Xueli's big sister, Nangong Xuemei. Nangong Xuemei faintly smiled. "Little sister, don't worry, Shuru doesn't know about this." News of Shuru obtaining the divine fruit has already spread. Many young masters of influential families are contacting me. They want to meet with Shuru. Shueru is an iron board. It is impossible to make an appointment with her. Nangong Xueli said with sigh. Shueru is also a woman. As long as there is enough temptation, her heart will surely be moved. Nangong Xuemei said with faint smile, "Little sister, do you know why Shueru is so familiar with that little half-immortal?" Nangong Xueli coldly groaned and said, "Who knows what Shueru is thinking? It is understandable that she is good to Little Phoenix. But to be so interested in that little half-immortal, is her brain damaged? She is a high and mighty young upper immortal. Moreover, she is an inscription pill master. How can she befriend a little half-immortal? Shueru doesn't like to use the magic mirror. She definitely doesn't know that we killed Little Phoenix and Qin Yun. When the time comes, we'll pretend to investigate and say that Little Phoenix's carriage was destroyed by a celestial beast." Nangong Xuemei chuckled. One day passed by. Nangong Shuru did not see Little Phoenix return, and her complexion gradually became gloomy. Today, several profound, immortal seniors of the Nangong family came. After learning that Nangong Shuru obtained the divine fruit, they hastily came to congratulate her and asked her about the details of the divine fruit. In the forest near Dragon Tiger God Mountain, there was a small mansion. This was the residence of the profound, immortal elders of the Nangong family. Within a large hall, Long Tianrun, Nangong Shuali, and Nangong Shumei were all standing at the side. The Xian immortal elders had a high status and were the strongest group of people in the profound wilderness. These juniors had to be respectful in front of the Xian immortal elders. There were only 4 profound immortal seniors seated in the hall. 3 of them were old men and 1 was an old woman, and all of them were sipping tea in a composed manner. They were all waiting for Nangong Shuru. Nangong Shuali's mood is very good because the 2 people she loathed, Little Phoenix and Qin Yun, have been killed. The one who killed Qin Yun and Little Phoenix was a 9th layer immortal who used 2 immortal talisman tools. That assassin was the #1 expert under Nangong Shuamei. He is a very good genius. This is also something that Nangong Shuamei is very proud of. Nangong Shuru arrived as usual. She is wearing a pure and holy snow-white long skirt. Her elegant and peerlessly beautiful face has a trace of cold arrogance. As soon as she arrived, she directly sat on a chair. After she sat down, she greeted the elders. If it were Nangong Shuali and the other juniors, they would have been angrily reprimanded for being rude. But Nangong Shueru is different. She is an inscription pill master. She is very important to the Nangong family. After Nangong Shuru arrived in Immortal Desolate, she found her former master Granny Shui and was brought to the Nangong family to meet her birth parents. As for why her birth parents are in Immortal Desolate, Granny Shui did not give a clear explanation and left the Nangong family. When Nangong Shuru found her birth parents and met them, her parents were very moved and cried very bitterly. Nangong Shuru felt the affection of her parents and decided to stay in the Nangong family. She can see that there are some people in the Nangong family who have bad intentions, such as Nangong Shuali and Nangong Shuamei. But now, she faintly feels that Little Phoenix has been killed. Although Little Phoenix's life, Pearl, has not been damaged, it has not returned for a day, causing her to be deeply worried. Shueru, what happened? An old woman asked. Nangong Shuru looked at Nangong Shueli and said in cold voice, "My little servant girl has gone missing." Nangong Shueli and Nangong Shueli's heart trembled. They did not expect Nangong Shuru to care so much about a servant girl. Is it that girl called Little Phoenix? How did she go missing? The old woman saw that Nangong Shuru's expression is not good and realized that there must be something hidden. I sent her to pick up a friend of mine, but she has not returned. Nangong Shueru's ice-cold, beautiful eyes are filled with killing intent as she stared at Nangong Shueli. "Shueli, what is going on?" the old woman asked. "This. How should I know?" Nangong Shueli pretended to be wronged and said, "What does Shueru's servant girl going missing have to do with me? Besides, isn't it just a servant girl? Let the family arrange another one. Shueru can have any servant girl she wants." Nangong Shueru stood up and walked in front of Nangong Shueli. Her beautiful face is as cold as frost. Nangong Shueli is also scared. She yelled, "Shuru, if that lowly servant is dead, then she is dead. Why are you venting your anger on me?" "Shut up." Nangong Shueru coldly shouted and slapped Nangong Shueli's face. Blood flowed out of the corner of Nangong Shueli's mouth, and her hair became messy. Everyone in the hall is startled. The elders left their seats and walked over. "What happened to Little Phoenix? Quickly tell me." Nangong Shueru's lily-white hand is firmly clutching Nangong Shueli's throat. Her killing intent is completely revealed as she shouted, "If Little Phoenix is dead, you will accompany it in death." Nangong Shueli's face turned deathly pale in fear. Nangong Shuamei, who is beside her, is pretending to be shocked, but she is also very scared in her heart. "Speak." Nangong Shuru released her formidable immortal power, causing the hall to tremble. She. Nangong Shueli is speechless and can only look at Nangong Xiaomei. Nangong Shuiru immediately understood and slapped Nangong Xiaomei with lightning-fast speed. Everyone in the hall is extremely shocked because Nangong Shuiru just slapped her 2 ants in front of everyone. Long Tianren is also scared because after Nangong Shuiru ate the divine fruit, her cultivation has already surpassed him. A few Xian immortal elders hastily rushed over and released their formidable power to pull Nangong Shuiru away. The old woman looked at Nangong Shuili and Nangong Shuili and said in cold voice, "Quickly speak. What exactly is going on?" Nangong Shuiru said in cold voice, "I warned her not to attack Little Phoenix. Now that Little Phoenix is missing, they are the ones who attacked it. I must kill them. It's little sister who told me to attack." Nangong Xiaomei promptly said. Hearing this, Nangong Shuiru furiously shouted. Killing intent and immortal power burst out of her body. The Xian immortal old woman and Xian immortal old man are apprehensive and quickly pulled Nangong Shuiru to a corner. "Tell me the whole story," an old man furiously shouted. They are Xian immortal elders, but they cannot suppress these rampant juniors. They feel that their prestige has been challenged. Long Tianren wanted to leave, but an old man coldly glared at him. Nangong Shuili is so scared by the might of the Xian immortals that she can only explain everything in detail. Nangong Shuiru became even more furious after learning that Qin Yun has been repeatedly attacked by experts. "I will kill the 3 of you." Nangong Shuiru is unable to restrain her anger. If she was not blocked by a Xian immortal elder, she would have already rushed over and attacked. "Shuiru, you are associating with half-immortals? This is indeed inappropriate," a Xian immortal old man who is biased towards Nangong Shuili said. "Shut up. What does it have to do with you who I, Nangong Shuiru, associate with?" Nangong Shuiru furiously rebuked. Her eyes are filled with killing intent as she looked at the Xian immortal old man. The old man is very angry, but he can only endure. "Shuiru, did Little Phoenix's life pearl break?" The old woman grabbed Nangong Shuiru's hands and glanced at the others, hinting them not to speak. "It didn't, but they used 2 immortal talisman tools. Even if Little Phoenix and Qin Yun don't die, they won't be able to live for long," Nangong Shuiru said in cold voice. She wants to cry, but now is not the time. She wants to kill Nangong Shuili and the others. A Xian immortal old man coldly said, "Immediately send out orders to find Little Phoenix. Bring Nangong Shuili and Long Tianren back to Long family and let them deal with them. Nangong Xiaomei will stay here for now and deal with Little Phoenix. If I don't accept it, I will kill them." Nangong Shuiru is so angry that her delicate body is trembling. They are great immortals. Even if they are in the wrong, they don't deserve to die. "Shuiru, don't let your emotions affect your decisions," the old man said in stern voice. "Shuiru, let's go. I will bring you back to Nangong family." The old woman is a Xian immortal. She forcefully pulled Nangong Shuiru away. Nangong Shuiru used a lot of power, but was unable to struggle free. She can only be filled with resentment and anger. After Nangong Shuiru left, the oldest Xian immortal old man said, "That girl Shuiru is too willful," Nangong Shuili said while sobbing. "I am doing this for her own good. Shuiru is too inexperienced. She is easily swayed by her emotions. I am afraid that she will be deceived by that flowery words, flowery speech, and Little Phoenix is just an accident." Little Phoenix, on the other hand, was a complete accident. Sacrificing Little Phoenix was nothing in order to kill that guy. Indeed, the big picture is the most important. Shuiru is our Nangong family's most talented super genius. We cannot let a little half-immortal take her away, the Xian immortal old man said. All the other old men nodded. "But you guys are really something. Not only did you fail to kill that little half-immortal several times, you even exposed the matter. What are you doing? Not being a bit more cautious?" Another old man criticized. "That little half-immortal's luck is too good. That little half-immortal's luck is too good. The few times he went to deal with his assassins, they all met strong enemies, and they were all beasts. That's why he was able to dodge them. Long Tunrin also said angrily, I suffered heavy losses. Chapter 1267. 10 Tigers help Nangong Shuali is very angry after being slapped. Thinking about how she cannot use Nangong Shuru to amass wealth in the future, she felt even more heartache. She invested a lot in this plan. Long Tianren is even more unhappy because his loss is also very big. The husband and wife can only leave the forest with their hearts filled with unhappiness. They are being escorted. Among them, there are no lack of ninth-layer immortals. There are also quite a few ascendant immortals. The people escorting them are also people from Nangong Shuali's faction. Little Phoenix and Qin Yun are at the summit of Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Little Phoenix's condition has completely stabilized. She can now open her mouth and drink immortal bee jade nectar. She also knows that Qin Yun is acquainted with Xian Tiger King and feels that Qin Yun is even more mysterious. Suddenly, a small monkey jumped over from a large tree and yelled, Tiger King, I found the 2 people you asked me to investigate. They are leaving the forest. Qin Yun coldly said, Nangong Shuali and Long Tianren are leaving? We can't let them leave. There are quite a few ascendant immortals beside them. There are also quite a few Xian immortals outside the forest. Xian Tiger King decided to help Qin Yun after learning about Qin Yun's situation. He said to Qin Yun, Little brother, I'm a Xian immortal beast. I can't leave this mountain for now. If I leave, I won't be able to come back. So I can't personally take action, but I can send 10 tigers to help you. Hoo. A burst of wind arrived, and 10 golden tigers appeared. These mountain guardian tigers can't leave the divine mountain for too long, otherwise they will go out of control. You should quickly set off, Xian Tiger King said. Qin Yun's injuries have already healed. He is now standing together with the 10 golden tigers. Xian Tiger King controlled the divine mountain to send Qin Yun and the golden tigers to the forest outside the divine mountain. Nangong Shuali and Long Tianren are sitting inside a large luxurious carriage. They are being escorted by a group of people as they slowly drove through the forest. That little slut Shueru is truly crazy. She actually beat me and my sister for a lowly slave and a little half-immortal. Nangong Shuali touched her face and said fiercely, I was also almost beaten. The divine fruit is truly a good thing. Not long after she ate it, she became so powerful. Long Tunrin sighed with emotion. If I had known earlier, I would have secretly killed her and snatched the divine fruit. You are really daring. You actually have this kind of idea? Nangong Shuali coldly groaned. For the sake of strength, what is there to be afraid of? Long Tianren chuckled. You 2 sisters are quite courageous. Little if you want you, Shuru, we would be. Speaking of which, Little Phoenix's orb of life is still intact. Is it still alive? Nangong Shuali asked worriedly. How can he not be dead? That was 2 immortal talisman weapons smashing down. Little Phoenix was only a 5th-tier immortal. There was no way it could survive. Maybe her soul hasn't completely dissipated, so the pearl of life is still there. Nangong Tian, Shualavi Tian, she said. Shueru. Tian, Long Tian. She Su Tian her. I Su Long Su Shueru Su. Tian Shi Tian, Sfuli Tian. Tian Hao. Xiao. Tian Ender, Tian. Tian Run, said with smile. Elders have the same attitude as us. They don't want Shui Ru to be with the little half-immortal. Moreover, they also think that Little Phoenix is dead. They just don't dare to say it in front of Shui Ru. We are really something. We actually paid such a great price for a little half-immortal. How the people we sent die? Nangong Shuali is very doubtful. We can be sure that Qin Yun is a little half-immortal. Maybe he has a pretty strong immortal with him. It should be that masked man. Long Tianren said with frown. Since the masked man ate the divine fruit, he should not be a 3rd-stage half-immortal anymore. That's why I sent Long Lei. He was also killed by the masked man. Miscalculation, miscalculation. Within the forest, a luxurious carriage is slowly moving. There are a few ascendant immortals among them, causing all the immortal beasts in the surroundings to avoid them. Suddenly, a sharp ascendant immortal sensed something and yelled, "Danger!" Nangong Shuali and Long Tianren promptly flew out of the carriage and stood on top of the carriage with immortal swords in hand. Roar, roar, roar. A burst of tiger roar suddenly arrived. A few intense light beams shot out from all around. 10 golden tigers ferociously attacked. Long Tianren and the others are very familiar with these 10 golden tigers, because these are the tigers bred by the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. That's how the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain got its name. Most dreadful thing is that they also saw that dragon monster. Qin Yin also released the Devil Star Overlord Dragon to deal with those weak immortals. The golden tigers are great sun immortal beasts. They are all upper immortal beasts. They pounced on those 9th-stage immortals and casually bit them, killing them. And there are only a few ascendant immortals with weapons. They are not the tigers' match. They were all captured by the tigers in a short while. The 10 golden tigers are very strong. Their ferocious attack did not last long, and they captured the entire convoy. Now only 5 ascendant immortals are still alive. Each of them has been pressed to the ground by 2 tigers. Qin Yun, who was hiding in the darkness, suddenly appeared. He is holding the 9th heaven mysterious king saber. He suddenly landed beside Nangong Shuili and said coldly, "Nangong Shuili, right? I finally got to meet you. I didn't expect that we would meet in this kind of situation. Long Tianren, and you, always sending trash assassins to waste my time." Although Nangong Shuili and Long Tianren are ascendant immortals, they were bitten by the savage Great Sun immortal beasts in just a few moments. Now they are pressed to the ground, unable to resist at all. You are Qin Yin? Nangong Shuili is extremely shocked because Qin Yin released 5 very strong immortal power. He is an immortal with very dreadful immortal power. People who can cultivate extraordinary immortal power are all super geniuses. Long Tianren is extremely frightened. Qin Yun is not dead. Little Phoenix is also alive. What they did not expect is that the person they regarded as a minor half-immortal would actually bring 10 powerful tigers and even a dragon monster. They suddenly realized that all the people they sent were killed by Qin Yun alone. And Qin Yun is the masked man who obtained the divine fruit. Qin Yun's identity caused Long Tianren and Nangong Shuili to feel that he is incomparably mysterious. Ho! Qin Yun raised a saber and chopped off the head of a ascendant immortal. Nangong Shuili immediately cried out in fear. Qin Yun dared to kill those ascendant immortals. He also dared to kill them husband and wife. Huchi! Qin Yun killed another ascendant immortal who was pressed to the ground by a tiger. 2 ascendant immortals have already died. Nangong Shuili and Long Tianren are trembling in fear. In Xianzhou, ascendant immortals are middle-level power. They're also very important to the big powers. Long Tianren loudly shouted for help, hoping that those Xian immortal elders would quickly arrive. Ho! Qin Yun's 9th heaven mysterious king saber let out a burst of whistling sound. Once again killed another ascendant immortal. This caused Nangong Shuili and Long Tianren to feel extremely terrified. They are extremely afraid. Are you afraid? You have killed countless people, but you have never experienced the feeling of being killed. Qin Yun said with sneer. Qin Yun, I am Nangong family's ascendant immortal. I am Long family's ascendant immortal. If you kill me, Long family will not let you off. Qin Yun hacked at Long Tianren with his saber and killed him. Then he coldly said, I have heard too much of this kind of bullshit before death. Nangong Shuili's complexion is deathly pale. She screamed in fear. Her beautiful face is distorted and malevolent. She looked at Qin Yun's 9th heaven mysterious king saber and screamed in despair. Then her life was ended. Qin Yun erased his aura and left with the 10 tigers. Nangong family Xian immortal elders who were still in the forest immediately rushed to the scene after hearing the news. "Who is it?" a Xian immortal elder said in cold voice. "It's the aura of a beast, a very strong one at that. There are many more, at least 10 of them. Could it be a human form immortal beast killed them?" Their heads were all chopped off by the same weapon. "So many ascendant immortals died. Our losses are too great. This matter must be kept secret. It cannot be spread out. It will bring disgrace to our prestige." "What about Long Tianren? Just say that he was killed by a beast." The few Xian immortal elders discussed for a while, then cleaned up the corpses and left the scene. Qin Yun originally wanted to go find Nangong Shiru, but he learned from the little monkeys that she flew away with an old woman. He could only take the 10 tigers and quickly return to Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain. Qin Yun is looking at Little Phoenix from the top of the mountain. She is happily playing with the little monkeys. Little Phoenix now knows why Qin Yun has so many divine fruits. It is all thanks to Xian Tiger King. Xian Tiger King is very good to Little Phoenix, this pure and innocent little girl. He is very happy to see her playing with the little monkeys. "Little Phoenix, are your injuries better? If you are fine, we'll go find Shuaru. She must have returned to Nangong family." Qin Yun said, "Rest for another day. I should be able to completely recover." "Stay for another day," Xian Tiger King said with smile. "All right," Qin Yun said with smile. The little monkeys are also very happy and started jumping up and down. Xian Tiger King said with smile. These little monkeys are able to gain some comprehension after interacting with humans. Little Phoenix is very kind and pure. Those little monkeys also like to play with her. Qin Yun nodded. One day passed by and the sun rose. Qin Yun and Little Phoenix bid farewell to Xian Tiger King and the little monkeys and were sent down the Divine Mountain. Qin Yun and Little Phoenix flew high in the sky towards a large city by the river. "Young Master Qin, how did you meet Sister Shueru?" Little Phoenix asked curiously. "I have been following her ever since she entered Nangong family. I never knew she had such a formidable friend. We have known each other for a long time, but she has forgotten about me." Qin Yun sighed with melancholy. "Ah, she knew you in Spirit Desolate?" Little Phoenix also knows that Nangong Shueru came from Spirit Desolate. "Indeed, she used to be a teacher," Qin Yun said with smile. "Indeed, she also told me that. So, she taught me like a student and made me an immortal. Sister Shueru is really good. She remembers what happened in Spirit Desolate. How could she forget about young Master Qin?" Little Phoenix looked at Qin Yun with some heartache. She feels that Qin Yun and Nangong Shueru are lovers and sympathizes with Qin Yun. Qin Yun laughed. "Let's not talk about this. Let's find Shueru first." Qin Yun also wants to contact Xian Rujing through Nangong Shueru. Chapter 1268. Chapter 1268. Xian River City. Little Phoenix brought Qin Yun along as they flew along the river. This river was called the Profound Immortal River, and the city the Nangong family resided in was Profound River City, which was next to the Profound Immortal River. It was a huge city built by the Nangong family, and there were millions of people living there. "Young Master Qin, does Sister Shueru know that we were sneak attacked?" Little Phoenix asked. Shueru should be able to roughly guess the situation. Maybe she is patiently waiting for an opportunity to take revenge for us. Qin Yun believes that Nangong Shueru must have guessed something. Will Sister Shueru really take revenge for us? Little Phoenix doesn't dare to believe it. She said in low voice, "I'm just a little maid. She won't go against her aunt for me. If it is for young Master Qin, then it is a good thing." Qin Yun said with smile, "I know Shueru's character very well. She is very good to you because she liked your character. She will treat you like a little sister. Actually, she can't find anyone in Nangong family who is worthy of her trust. But she trusts you very much." Little Phoenix is very happy in her heart. She said in low voice, "Is it really like this?" "Of course it is. Don't tell me you don't feel it." Qin Yun said, I just don't dare to believe it. Because I was sold to Nangong family, my status is very low. Sister Shueru is a heaven's proud daughter. She is very good to me. I don't expect her to treat me like a little sister. Little Phoenix's expression is filled with gratitude. Qin Yun faintly smiled and asked, "Will we arrive at Xian River City soon?" "We will arrive in half a day." Little Phoenix also wants to see Nangang Shueru as soon as possible. "Little Phoenix, you have been with Shueru for some time. Did any other woman come to find Shueru?" Qin Yun asked. "There was a very valiant big sister with dark skin who came to find Sister Shueru twice. Although her skin is dark, she is very beautiful, especially when she smiles. She is very beautiful. She is also an inscription master. Sister Shueru's friend is not simple." Little Phoenix said. Qin Yun also knows who the woman Little Phoenix is talking about is. It is Lan Fengjin. "That woman is called Lan Fengjin, right?" Qin Yun asked. "Yeah, young Master Qin, you know Big Sis Lan?" Little Phoenix was surprised. "Big Sis Lan is from the Moon Palace." "I do." Of course, Qin Yun knew Lan Fengjin. She was his disciple, a disciple of his inscription gate. Little Phoenix continued. "There's also a big sister. She's very cute and sweet. Her little face was so pretty. The last time she came to the Nangang family, she hugged and hugged Sister Shui Ru. She was a bit naughty, and she likes to plant flowers and plants. She was also very nice to me." Shui Weiwei. Qin Yun laughed, but in his heart he sighed, because Shui Weiwei also doesn't remember him. "Mr. Qin, do you know all of Sister Shueru's friends?" Little Phoenix asked curiously. "I know them all," Qin Yun said with a smile. Little Phoenix wanted to ask about Qin Yun's background, but it didn't seem very polite, so it didn't ask. Qin Yun is now certain that Nangang Shueru is in constant contact with Guanghan Palace's disciples. Maybe there are Guanghan Palace's disciples in Xinjiang City. At noon, Little Phoenix and Qin Yun are resting on a big tree beside the river. Little Phoenix took out the devil mirror and said in somewhat vexation, "Devil Mirror wants to eat immortal jade bead again." She wants to take a look at the devil mirror. Qin Yun extended his hand to take the devil mirror from Little Phoenix. "Mr. Qin, I can't take your immortal jade bead. I am very grateful to you for giving me divine fruits. I can't take your things anymore." Little Phoenix knows that Qin Yun is very generous, but she will feel very guilty if she accepts Qin Yun's gift. Qin Yun said with a smile, "Little Phoenix, you might not believe me. I don't have immortal jade bead on me, but I have a way to make your devil mirror work without eating immortal jade bead." "Ah!" Little Phoenix is startled. Her face is filled with disbelief. "Really? This is something refined by immortal Emperor Devil Mirror. Can you break it?" Qin Yun took the devil mirror, fiddled with it for a bit, and the devil mirror lit up. Little Phoenix is dumbstruck. A devil mirror that doesn't eat immortal jade bead is the dream of many people. Many people have tried to break the devil mirror, but none of them succeeded. Immortal Emperor Devil Mirror once said that whoever can break his devil mirror and allow it to operate without using immortal jade bead, he will recognize that person as his big brother. Little Phoenix also did not see Qin Yun using immortal jade bead, but the devil mirror could operate. Qin Yun said with a smile, "When you use it, just pour some immortal power into the devil mirror. Don't talk nonsense about this. It will bring a fatal disaster to you." "Mr. Qin, you must be a very awesome inscription master. That's why you know Sister Shueru," Little Phoenix said with excited smile. Qin Yun and Little Phoenix are still looking at the devil mirror. Little Phoenix said with frown, "Many people climbed the divine mountain or entered the sun godstone, but none of them obtained divine fruits." She now feels that Qin Yun is even more awesome because Qin Yun has several divine fruits. "Mr. Qin, great god Xian Wu obtained a divine fruit. Take a look, it's exactly the same as the divine fruit in the Dragon Tiger Divine Mountain." Little Phoenix handed over the devil mirror to Qin Yun. Great god Xian Wu announced that he obtained a divine fruit, and it's very delicious. In short, it's all kinds of bragging, attracting a large group of people to worship him. Qin Yun sent this image to the black donkey before. He didn't expect the black donkey to show it off. "This guy's my friend," Qin Yun said. "I see. This great god Xian Wu is really awesome. He even knows about the heaven-defying tribulation. All right, Mr. Qin, what was that heaven-defying tribulation? Little Phoenix asked. It's my friend's tribulation, Qin Yun said with a smile. Your friend is really awesome. Little Phoenix looked at Qin Yun with admiration. She met Xian Tiger King before, and he was also Qin Yun's friend. Qin Yun is also looking at the situation of the other divine mountains. Strangely enough, there are no images of divine fruits. It was the one that the little black donkey had released. That was why the news that the little black donkey had released was so explosive. Little Phoenix suddenly said, Mr. Qin, the disciples of Moon Palace have come down. They also want to fight for the divine mountain or sun divine stone on the ground. How many of them? Qin Yun asked. I don't know. It's all released by the people on the moon. I heard that there are many great powers on the moon eyeing the Moon Palace. Little Phoenix shook its head. Where are they going to fight for the Sun Divine Stone? Qin Yun asked. There's no definite information, but someone saw Xian Immortal Yueqin appear at the intersection of Dust Province and Earth Province. Little Phoenix is more concerned about those female immortals. After all, she is a woman and very much admires those powerful female immortals. Qin Yun remembered that Xiao Xianqin's previous life was called Yueqin. This Xian Immortal Yueqin must be Xiao Xianqin. Dust Province's 10 sun sacred lands refer to the 10 strongest sun divine stones that fell from Dust Province. Someone has already calculated it. The strongest clans in Dust Province all want the sun divine stones. Little Phoenix said, after the sun divine stones fell, they became all kinds of sacred lands. Most of them are mountains, but there are also other kinds of shapes, so they're all called sun sacred lands. Are there any 10 great sun sacred lands near Xinjiang City? Qin Yun asked. Closest to Xinjiang City is the immortal Xian Desert. A very large sun divine stone fell on the immortal Xian River, and then the two sides of that area became a very strange desert. After entering the desert, there is no way to leave the desert. If you want to enter or leave, you can only go through the immortal Xian River. Little Phoenix said, there shouldn't be anything good to occupy in this immortal Xian desert, right? Qin Yun thought of the boundless desert and felt that it would be very difficult to find treasures there. There are many beasts that like heat, and they all live in the immortal Xian desert. Rumor has it that there is a divine spring inside. If you find the divine spring, you can control the immortal Xian desert. Little Phoenix said. Qin Yun asked in puzzlement, who released these rumors? Little Phoenix shook its head. I don't know, maybe those people are just randomly guessing. No, it is very likely to be true. Qin Yun said with a smile. Maybe some immortal beast found a supreme treasure and used the devil mirror to spread the news. They want to lure people over so that they can have an unending stream of food. So scary. Little Phoenix said with a very scared expression. After resting, Qin Yun and Little Phoenix continued on their journey. At dusk, 3 suns set on the horizon, releasing a kind of red light filled with loneliness. Qin Yun and Little Phoenix arrived at Xinjiang City. Xinjiang City has no city walls. There are many large pillars around the city. They are used to form a great formation. Qin Yun followed Little Phoenix into the city. Little Phoenix became very happy and lively after returning to this familiar city. She pulled Qin Yun to go shopping. She even bought some delicious snacks for him. Little Phoenix, I won't go with you to Nangong family. After you go back and see Shuru, we will contact each other through the devil mirror. Qin Yun said. Little Phoenix nodded and then walked towards the gate of Nangong Manor. She is Nangong Shuru's servant. She can use her identity card to enter and leave Nangong family. After Little Phoenix entered through the gate, it caused a great commotion. Because everyone knows that Little Phoenix is dead, Nangong Xiumei sent assassins to attack it with 2 immortal talisman tools. Naturally, there is now a rumor in Nangong family that Little Phoenix eloped with a young half-immortal and Nangong Xiumei ordered to kill it. Nangong Shuru immediately flew over to find Little Phoenix. Sister Shuru, after Little Phoenix entered through the gate of Nangong Manor, She heard many unpleasant and ear-piercing words. They said that she eloped with Qin Yun, causing her to feel very wronged. The pure and innocent little phoenix is worried that Nangong Shuru will misunderstand, so she lowered her head. Nangong Shuru pulled little phoenix and said with gentle smile, "Let's go back first." Nangong Shuru is very happy to know that little phoenix has returned alive. She brought little phoenix to a small building in the middle of a flower forest. After entering, Nangong Shuru closed the door and set up a few barriers. You're tuning into the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.